Look, and my hustle turned a little to a lot. That's enough to buy the things we always wanted for ourselves and not just daydream. So far when you stay living in the present tense, ain't watching no news, reading nothing about no president. We obey the law as long as everybody's watching. Then we stop it, drop it, load it up, dress it and chop it. I ain't gotta do what to keep putting food up on my table. It's feeling good to be willing and able. I'm able to stay on my grizzly, busy and grateful, and I stock a lot of animals and people. I'm feeling good. Catch me in. Let me get on the YouTube system here. Y'all doing all right? Get on the YouTube system here. Okay. Here you go, Roxanne, Brittany. Y'all doing all right? Echo. Oh, it's michigander. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Sitting here enjoying my hammock swing.
Right on. You can hear me now, can't you? I got a new phone.
Yep, I hear you fine.
Right on. Yeehaw.
Yep, I'm ready. I took a good nap at about 2 o'clock, something like that, and then I got up and moseyed around. Just ate a big dinner.
Mosey
I didn't
Posey.
eat yet.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Thought you were going to bed.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I dropped down so other people could go up on that channel.
When you dropped down, I left.
You know what? I thought that was you, and that was the funniest thing. They're like, "Where did I go?" And I'm like, "Oh, oops."
I'm gonna hang out. I don't know the new guys very well. I don't know them that well yet.
No, I'm thinking that's why I said hello to you in the chat there, right? Because slow burner will then know that it is you.
It was me.
There was another person named Michelle there. Because I'm in the middle of fucking around over here. I saw Michigan in there. So I've got my other computer. I'm trying to sync this phone to this stupid computer.
Oh yeah, Mo sync.
Well, you know, it talks different language to me. And my kid is gone right now, so it's one of them. It's the QR code, right?
Your what's gone?
I have the QR code when you have to scan it.
Yeah.
So she gets all like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "It's an older computer. Just wait." Because it came up the last time, so I thought, all right. And then I have my brand new computer here.
You have a quiet there, Michigander. You're not ripped yet?
I'm trying to mess around with this chair, trying to figure it out. I figured out how to adjust it, and I sealed the hole because the hole and bolt that I put through the vent was leaking.
You mean your swing?
Oh, I did it, dude. Yeah.
I got the Motorola
on his beams.
Motorola G stylus. I got the one with the stylus in it. I like that shit.
Nice.
Drawing on
you
the
know
phone.
What? The funniest thing is, Michigan, your name came up this morning. And no, it wasn't anything bad. I'm like, you see, you all talk a lot of shit, right? And there's Michigander. No, it was one of them. We were talking Somebody was saying about you, how you're living off the land and yada yada, and I'll be doing the seeding and what have you. You know this person, and it's just one of them. Yeah, you see how he came in here, and now he's gone because he has only daylight to work by. He's got enough chores to do, and he's in his separate team because you
I
have it. You're the way that you like to do it.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I like to take care of my chickens first thing in the morning because they get
Right,
fussy if you don't. But the rabbits I like to take care of just before bed.
right. So you also are doing things in between, and you don't have the time today because of the daylight being shorter, and
Well,
then it's
no,
colder.
the other day, well, Sass started his channel while he was making noise. I was off hanging, what do they call that, pegboard?
Yeah, your pegboards for your pots and pans and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'm lining almost all the walls, strategic spots. I'm
Right.
lining with that stuff. So I sat here cutting and hanging that. So now above the door and the other window that I hunt out of, now I got a bunch of pegs hung.
What are we showing?
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Well, I actually filled another jar, but my dad
Mm,
gave me some wicked stuff, and I ended up filling. Oh, there it is. I filled this with it, so this is flat full.
Mine's downstairs.
But that's
Sometimes
some
I'll
good
mix
stuff.
my outgrow with
I
the
I
one
think
that I
it's
get.
something. I think it's something my brother called lemon because it tastes real spicy like lemon.
Well, I'm gonna start seeding because my daughter's moving out. So even like the CBD, and the seeds, I'm gonna do some research.
To be honest,
Because
I'm enjoying the CBDs they have at the gas station. They're better than the ones I get from the store.
are you talking like the little vape pens and stuff?
No, they're called CBD bomb.
It doesn't have any THC in it.
Yeah, there's no THC. It's just CBD. It's called the
Right.
CBD THC bomb. It's like
There's ones
200.
that you can also get it made, right? Without
And my
THC
daughter,
or
my daughter has
nicotine.
COVID now too. My daughter and her old man both have it.
She's got COVID.
Yeah, they both got it. They both work at the same place.
That's
They'll
the
But
be
thing.
on.
Like,
Make sure they don't get that jab.
no,
they haven't either. And guess what? Since they don't have they haven't got jabbed, they don't get paid. If they'd been jabbed, they would have got paid for their time off. Since they're not jabbed, they don't get paid.
They'll
just
be
like
getting
Sass.
sued, dude. Listen,
No,
these
Michigander. This is something that Sass. He's right. If you don't have at least 2 shots, okay, you're going to
Okay,
lose your job. And
again,
then how is that for
listen,
living?
they can't do that. Listen, it doesn't matter what they write to paper. It's illegal. There's been laws against it for fucking 50 plus
I
years.
understand, but when
It's
it comes
yeah,
down
going
but
to,
on.
even if it's against the law, they'll still do it to you, and you have to fight for court forever to get that shit figured
But
out.
that's
it's
it's
this
already
is
happening
something
right
that
now.
kind
Listen,
of rolled in.
overnight, you're going to see a fucking shift. Watch.
Um, when things are going to shut down, okay, that's why I'm saying when here, it's one of those things too. Somebody else that we
I'm not
know,
tolerating. I'm not
Seth,
tolerating it. It's fucking criminal. Get away from
I
me. That's what.
understand that.
So, I mean,
Sass, somebody else
Yeah.
we know has it too.
Oh, really?
hmm You see, because these people will deny or they say that they don't want it. You don't know
All
how
they're
many
doing is making
people.
sharp, pokey stuff to hurt people.
You got to look at it like biochemical warfare and SARS.
And
SARS
if
is
mine
one
don't
of
matter,
them.
I don't mind, so it don't matter.
yep, they're fucked. They're fucked. Their scam is falling apart now. They're fucked. No matter what they do.
The only time I even hear about it is when I come on YouTube. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but other than
I
that,
don't watch
I don't watch
anymore.
TV, so I don't hear nothing about it.
No,
I watched
see,
this morning
I
just
deal
to
with
see what
I deal with
happened.
handicapped people.
That
I deal with handicapped people through the state. So I tend to see it every other few days.
that's why
That
it's
was,
good to be.
Derby Jack, the preacher, singer, ranter, whatever you want to call him. I went there, this morning, and a couple times no one says that to me. He had me blocked or something. I was like, I've never done
Who?
that in the that guy. Derby Jack.
Ooh, look at this number.
You see, it's just one of them.
That shit freaks me out. I don't care. I mean, it's weird. I'm so mean.
Your son, I was showing your son video, like black hole sun there or what, brother?
I don't know what that was. That was crazy. The first time I ever
Right?
seen a pink dot in front of it.
Okay.
So usually there's a black dot, but it's real little compared to that.
And it was doing this.
Yeah, it was pulsing in and out. It was weird.
Okay. So you see that halo around it too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now
But
that's around the
I've
moon
got tons and tons of footage like that for years. I mean,
since 4 years.
I've
At
been
least 4 years.
2015 the first video I put on there, and it's them spraying a circle around my house.
Same thing. At the end of 2015, we started noticing these weird kind of what the hell? And I got the notification from Wounded Knee standing right there. Could I start taking pictures of the sky? That's when we see the ionized sky. So of course it's one of those look over. I go through my photos, okay, Sam? And I'm like, look at this. You can just see it's just gone sundown. And
Well, they spray like crazy right before sunset always.
I have a picture of the big moon coming up over like a pinky blue sky, and all you see is the cornfield, right? That's where they put the pipeline.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Now, you don't know how quickly they worked on that one.
That's cool. Is that a shotgun shell?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want that. I love shotgun. I love shotgun paraphernalia. I got a thing with
The 12 gauge shell.
Yeah, I love shotgun.
I got like 10 of these now. These kills. That guy he's selling them to me now for $1 each. Can't beat that with
It's freaking raining over here in Michigan. Or is it raining there?
Yeah, it was
70
rainy.
degrees here.
Miserable.
We had a rough start morning today.
Uh-huh.
Rain, but probably I'd say about 9 o'clock the rain
The
subsided.
sun came out at about 9.
The sun didn't come out until about 1 o'clock.
You see, the sun came out over here about 9:30 because I was showing somebody online, all right? And I said, you see how you can see the sun? Like round, and it's right there. And I'm pointing it out to him. I said, this is normally because I garden and stuff like that. Kind of like how michigander, because he knows you. It's one of those, this is what you have to be watching because your sun's been changing.
Yes.
Right?
And the thing is, it's not
and
coming
water
up
too.
Listen,
Right.
I could tell by my greenhouse because I
Hey, I'll to the new people in the chat. There's a couple people I never heard of, and they're like Johnny Tech and
listen. I had cut a
8-Man
path.
Rock Cultures.
Anytime a shadow touched my greenhouse, I cut that tree down. Every time a shadow touched my greenhouse, I cut that fucking tree down. Well, guess what? Now my fucking greenhouse is back in the shadows again because it's shifted. And the shadows are different off the other
people
trees.
that have lived in the same house for 50 years and knows where the sun comes up and goes down, and it's not the same place.
Today I noticed the sun didn't even come up high enough. It didn't even hardly come up over the top of the tree to let me get sun in my lot.
Alien believers, I don't know. I mean, they've been talking about wormwood and Nibiru and all that crap for a long time. The wing.
Bullshit. They're playing with
and they talk about it forever.
Planet X.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, dude. I don't believe none of that bullshit. But they're doing something with the sun. Listen, the sun is a fucking magnetic fucking pulley system.
Black hole sun, right? So
I've seen both of them. I've seen both of them spinning like this, what looked to me over a saucer. And that was the view that I got. And they stripped that shit. They stripped that information faster than fuck. And it was a little kid. A little kid was doing an experiment. And they fucking stripped that shit off the fucking net, dude. And what I seen, I mean, you know, hey, people play with shit. So I don't know. Like I said, I've never flown. But
the thing is, it's just one that I have, and it's when I'm looking at our sunrise, okay, and same with these moons, Sass. This is what Israel goes by. Like this is what they knew. all these moons
Dude,
were
that's
coming and the solar eclipses. I mean, Israel is one of those things where front and center. And you're thinking, all right,
check
what's
it out.
going on here? That's how I knew.
Yes, that's
What are those?
that's just sweet. Dude. That's just sweet. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
I
actually,
love
yeah,
it.
right. Yeah.
I can swing
He's
it all
on a
day
swivel.
long too. Yeah. I put a swivel hook, a big industrial swivel hook through the vent. Remember that storm turn AC up?
Remember the disco balls they had? You put them on the ceiling. They would spin around, and you shine a light on it.
I
And
just turned mine off.
I did a custom guitar for a guy one time, and it changed colors, and I did everything. It was crazy looking, and he hooked it on that thing, and it spun around with a light shining on it. You know what I mean? It was,
Swing hammock. You see them all today outside. My neighbor downstairs. I have a glider outside, and downstairs, Roxanne.
I use a hammock outside, but I found
He's
a
got
big
the wicker one.
poster that I put above it like a V over the roof in case it rains.
Yeah, a wicker one. So what he's in is he's
Well,
just manufactured that himself.
no, this was given to me.
I'm talking to Roxanne. She's asking.
Oh.
He has a hammock though, so now he has
Yeah,
a swing
well,
inside.
Yeah, I got a banana hammock.
Yeah, he's got a banana hammock that in the summertime you
what's
see him
funny?
laying out. Don't
Me
kid
and my
yourself.
dad- Me and my
It's a
dad
sweet
were going through new garage because the old man was going to a home, old veteran in his. So they sold the house. What's messed up is 4 months before my mom and dad bought this house, I had bought this guy's truck. And we're going through this garage that my dad just got. And now I just found another hammock. So now I got a high end. Now I got 4 hammocks all together.
I found one.
I'm
telling you, I'm trying to manufacture. Where the hell am I going to put it?
I like the ones that zip up. You can zip them up at night. You don't get, you know.
That's what I'm going for next. But the thing is, off to the left of the pavilion that I sit in, I'm building another little rack pavilion, and I'm gonna have a bunch of them hammocks for all the guests to come in. I'm gonna try to put like 9 or 10 hammocks all in this lean-to.
You say stop, hammock time.
Yeah,
I know the guy.
I want 2 hammocks. I want one at one level and then another hammock at another level.
Hey, what's up, Nova guy? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and like I was.
Have you seen those people that it's kind of like a hammock tent that they'll be climbing way up on a mountain and they'll just hang that stomach on there and sleep overnight?
Yep.
They have capsules like that.
That's what I'm gonna go for next. Is one of those swingers that they're talking about.
They've got capsules like that, like on the side of the mountains. But have you seen those ones that hang from the tree or they're over the water? And you're thinking, how would I get to the washroom? How would I get out there?
You don't have to.
You know what I mean? Like, hang on a second. You want me to sleep out there, but what about a washroom?
How about what was that movie?
Gravity is pretty awesome.
Without a paddle. You remember that movie Without a Paddle? They found those chicks living in that tree, and that weed and all that shit. You ever see that movie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you gotta watch it. The baddest movie ever.
I can scrub twice. And
I haven't even freaking turned on the TV.
I could scrub and rinse twice really good with less than 5 gallons of water.
Yeah, but if you're living camping style, you can do that outside.
2 liter bottle. You rinse with half the 2 liter, get wet, soap up, and then rinse with the other half.
By the time Michigander, you can make a thing outside to shower like the camper.
Yeah.
I have 3 showers outside.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I can walk out right now and show you. I got 3 of them. One of them is a hose dealie that you can move around and
right where you just throw it down. Right.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I bought the stuff to put a well in, but I have to go down in the bottom of a gully because I'm on really high area.
Right.
In order to do what I'm going to do, I have to go down to a small area, but I just found another system that I'm going to use. And the thing is, I can not only at the same time can I draw the water from up at the greenhouse, but I can make a power system because the water, as it goes downhill, I'm going to have it trickle and spin in a wheel.
Yeah, that's exactly what the guy did. Now he's going to sell his house. Okay, he sold his house it's one of those vertical gardens. He started doing the greenhouse, okay? And then he started rigging rain buckets and collecting the water and getting like a propeller. Now, this guy, and I'm
The
not going to
front,
mention it because you know who Mr. Sasquatch, he doesn't like me talking about the band, but that's where it comes from. Showing you how to reuse all this kind of vertical gardens. And of course, they own their
well,
own.
I'm gonna experiment with a few different things. I got to get moving. Other people are gonna come though, because the way they're doing the system,
Mhm.
I guess I'll end up with a couple other hands out here shortly.
Yeah.
I've been looking at scopes with Tony's name on them.
It's so hardcore.
You're gonna
to
do
live-
what?
A scope. Long
it's so
distance traveling.
hardcore- It's so hardcore to live this way
Hi,
and actually.
Isabella.
It's so
What's
so
up,
hard.
Harry Nuts? Hey, Isabella. What's up, brother?
Isabella and Harry Nuts. What's up?
It's so hard to live out here this way and do this system successfully that my
I'm
boss is
telling you, it's
my boss has
hard.
put out-
It's hard
my
work,
boss
but you'll
has
get
put out
used to it.
challenges. Listen, my boss has put out challenges. And he's got out on the internet and shit, put challenges out, and nobody's ever even fucking replied.
The problem is, it's one of them things, michigander. Like, you're roughing it.
Not
This is
really.
what they call
Not
roughing it
really.
in a way. My dad does it. My dad had to do it. And trust me, in the middle of freezing ass winter, up where if the highway is closed, that's it. You ain't going anywhere. My dad was stranded. All right, dad's stranded. He ain't going anywhere. He's lucky
Right.
he's got enough food. He can't get to a Tim Hortons. He can't get nowhere.
What's
So
the
we
Tim
call
Hortons?
it the coffee. You know what I mean? Like
I
my
drink coffee.
dad, I put him up there because he couldn't live on the street. He couldn't
Oh,
live in his van. You can't do that. It's almost
Just
like somebody else that we know right now who's, wandering aimlessly. They can't do that. So when I
listen.
went up there, I was
Hey,
told to.
I like the Vincent and all that jive, but how old is he?
I understand that my dad was the same thing, but when it comes down to policing,
He's
and
got to
it's
figure his
all,
own jive. He's already done it. He looks like he's sober and clean and got a job. He'll be all right.
well,
Well, you know what I said? You can make your bed and lay in it. Well, I never made my bed and got back in bed.
at this time when people are at their low, right?
Well, I'm not
Like
knocking the
my
guy.
dad, when my
We-
dad was getting, my dad, it was one of these different things where, Dad, you can't live in your truck. Okay, you can't be doing this. Not in the city. Now, when I'm sitting worried about these people in my own family, yeah, go figure, I'm coming out to rescue you. If it was Sasquatch or somebody else, chances are the same thing. I'm getting the hound dogs out. Find them. Where are they? You go MIA, I'm going to go, what in the fuck? Right? So my dad, I found him fishing. I knew where to find him.
Hey, my birthday comes up real soon.
Yeah, but think about this. When you're 60 odd years old, do you want to be out there
Yep.
with nothing? No money, no nothing, no nothing. I got
everything
him
I need
a
with
place.
nothing.
Yeah, but he
What do you mean
can
nothing?
exactly
I wake
what
up
you're
each day-
doing.
I
My
wake up
dad
each
does.
day and pick
It
something new to
depends on
do.
your health. Yeah, that's all about your health. If you're
My-
healthy, it's
My dad's very inventive. He comes from Holland. Dad comes from Holland. So when I went up there to scout this property, that was the first person I thought was, he needs to be up here. I need to work with him so I can get all the construction
You know
done.
what happens when I leave here? You know what happens when I leave here? I go further in the woods. I go deeper in the woods. That's what happens when I leave here. There's no
water
going back.
down the street.
doggone plan.
There's no going back to the asphalt wasteland for me. I'm not interested. I literally will head deeper in the woods. That's not a joke.
No, the thing is, you give my dad a truck, you pay for his living just a bit, give him the basic necessities, and bam, anything that he's gonna do, like he did in that house, all I had to do was, Dad, I want this, and you're not paying for it. It's coming from somebody else. When people are asking me to spend their money, I'm going to get them exactly what they need. And that is a horse farm. 100 acres.
You know, that's what I'm trying to rescue next. I want a horse, but I'm not necessarily for riding. I want to teach it to drag logs out of the woods.
That's where
You want a horse and drag what?
I want to teach the rescue horse to drag logs out of the woods.
And the barn, yeah, shingles, new siding, like we're just fixing it up. That's the whole deal.
The last horse that I trained, I rode into a town to my shop, and I pegged it in my shop driveway, and I went in and worked for the day, then come out, got on the horse, and rode home.
Sasquatch, you know that people don't like that. It looks like the thing from Labyrinth.
Good. I don't care what people like.
You know that thing from Labyrinth when they're going to kill. It looks like they want to eat those things, and it goes ow, ow. You know, and you know her name is Sarah, right? So it's one of those. Yeah, she finds the friend. Like that's what the mask reminds me of. Like do. If you ever watched Labyrinth, the movie with David Bowie, it's funny. I love it.
Funny, ha ha.
Yeah, because I love those kinds of things. I haven't even turned on these freaking TVs. I turned it on today, and it was like, well, that sucks.
You mean you still have a goo box?
Yeah, I got
a Skybox.
Sure,
I call it the goo box. I call it the goo box. When I walk in my mom and dad's house and I see all 15 of my nieces and nephews doing this.
No, mine just flashes, and I say, "Oh, something about a duel is coming." Oh, great! Who gives a shit?
No, I stood there for probably 5 to 10 minutes, listened and watched, and this is what I seen out of all 15 kids. Oh no, wait, there was one that wasn't doing it. He was doing this.
No,
look, I don't bite my nails.
I was too busy. You know, when I did this, I did all my freaking cooking. Right? By 12 o'clock, it's done. Go for a nap. I even cleaned the floor. You believe this? You believe this?
That sign he's talking about, it was copper. It's copper. It didn't look like that when I got it. I got about 2 hours of elbow grease in that somebody.
I have laundry to do tomorrow.
Laundry.
Yeah.
People love it when you lose. They put dirty laundry.
I had to kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down. Kick them when they're up.
This is our tree. Look. This is off a tree. Look at it.
Oh, cool.
Look.
You just painted it.
It looks this way. It's a spaceship with an alien inside it too.
Oh man,
it's a cone head, you know. Went to the moon.
Cone head. That movie will come out again. Don't you worry. Like Little Shop of Horrors.
They've been playing all those classics like on HBO. I've been watching them again. John Wick's on tonight. There's too much killing.
National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm sure if I went down to watch all those stupid movies, they'd be on TV.
It's a gift that keeps on giving all year. Clark. I heard somebody quoting Goodfellas the other day. They go, Karen, I needed that. They wouldn't have found it.
I love that movie. What the hell, Karen?
I know.
Michael, stir the sauce.
I need my lucky hat. You know, like something's about to happen. Who goes back for a hat? You know what I mean?
Love Goodfellas. No.
They were all in the Sopranos after that. Almost all of them.
Right? Exactly.
Are you playing?
I have to brush out those things from 2018. Can't remember what they are. They're in my storage.
Storage.
Yeah, the cloud thingy.
Yeah, I know. I got 800,000 photos in there. Hey, look at this, michigander.
Stupid.
I found this spring. Look at that some bitch.
What the fuck is that from?
It's like a spinal column to me. It's going to be turning, but it's a spring. Look at that motherfucker.
Yeah, but what's it from? Wow, man, that's
Look out. Let's see how it looks like a spinal column. The shape and everything. I'm going to have a head on it soon. And I can just, woo.
I was gonna say, how sturdy
Like
is
a
it?
rainmaker.
Oh, it's pretty tough, dude. I can bend it in a circle though.
You know what? Wait a minute. You can put rice in it and make a rainmaker. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't ever seen a spring. I think it's chrome. It might be. I don't know. It might be off a bike or something. It just stretched out because you can compress a spring really, really slow. I mean,
washer, maybe.
When we stretched the excursions to 280 inches, we'd have to send off for springs, heavy duty springs, and they were so heavy it cost like $300 to ship them. You know what I mean?
Could be from a truck.
Yeah, vehicles and stuff. The springs usually like 6 inches around. Or
I was thinking like a big 18-wheeler.
But wasn't that long ago that everything was made out of glass? We didn't have plastic or anything. I mean, everything was in glass. I mean,
that's when I go to the antique store, but guaranteed, what you're gonna have to need, you'll go there. And it's outdoor barns. Like, I don't get it.
I was in a Corpus Christi, Texas one time, and they have open air flea markets on the weekend. The people that are there with their stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like a garage sale, but it's a flea market.
Well, I mean, where I go, they have like old stuff. It's like people, you can go to Value Village or what have you, but when you go to this one place, it's 6 barns of all like, hey.
Well, I'm right down the road from Branson, Missouri. It's just one big flea market. You know what I mean? They have a place called Dick's Five and Dime, and it has all the old toys in there from the old days. Everyone you can imagine, From like the 40s.
Yeah, like Fisher Price.
Yeah.
Okay, and same with in Brantford, because I had a little belt where we were going around to all these antique flea markets,
Yeah,
So
I used to have flea market booths. I made good money doing that.
Before they would disappear, right? Because who knows if I don't think it's there.
The people that work there, when they close the doors, they could steal you blind. They take the hinges off your cases and shit, or they'll put your shit in the lost and found, and if you don't go look for it,
Well, they're renovating too, so things like that. I mean, the one out here is on like a back line, so they won't go away. They've been there for too long, and that goes up towards like Flamborough and
everybody goes to an old person that likes the flea market. And all you do is you buy your past memories that made you happy, toys and stuff. When you don't buy things that piss you off.
No, and when you know what I go for are those old items that you can't really find, like the Pyrex dishes.
Yeah, I used to collect those vinegar. They have all kinds of
rotary phone
and steel, and
I had a rotary phone from there. And of course, if you're looking for, I found, I swear it was my grandma's. Everywhere I go, it's like, okay, I think the song is
my
resonating.
ex-wife, her grandma would go to the DAB and all those places, and she'd buy these clothes from my girls. It was like Brady Bunch crap, you know what I mean? And so we'd go throw them back in the Goodwill thing, and then we had to quit doing that because she would buy it again and go, look, I found one that matches the other one. It was the same one. We threw it back in there. You know what I mean?
They have the the funniest thing when I was in one of those stone stores with everything in it, any kind of religion is in there. He was looking for those magnets, those hematite magnets for his back, right? Because he's a truck driver. So of course, sitting a long time, your back gets sore.
Yeah, you get saddle sore.
And they're not there. And I told him, I said, go out towards the farm area. It could be a kiosk because I had a necklace, one of those.
I
Same
went through
thing.
that magnet phase. I didn't really see that much difference.
He did. He found that it helped him. Kind of like the copper bracelets will help some other people. It's again
Well,
what's
you wear
going to
copper
resonate
until
with
it
you.
starts making color, then you don't need it anymore. It starts coming out of your skin. Then when it starts turning green, you're supposed to take it off.
Right. So I have a copper bracelet downstairs, but it's one of them, you know, make sure
Yeah,
that
I
it
used to have one on my wrist too, but when it turns color, then your body's got enough copper in it.
I wear the silver. Silver's good to
And
invest in.
Michigander wears a beard.
No, he has. Don't you wear a necklace?
No.
Don't. Oh, that's Pepe. Pepe wears a necklace. It's because he's in Michigan, and
He
Yeah,
wears
no.
a gun.
so does Pepe. Trust me, Pepe bought his 45.
Hey, I've always
He's showing. He's showing it on his freaking thing. I'm like, what are you
I
doing?
had the Avon jewelry when I was in 6th grade, but like with the Mercury dime by Eagle holding it, and all that. I had all that stuff when I was a kid.
No, he says I
You
make
know
sure
you're
that
a
all of his
bad
shit's locked up.
motherfucker when you sling buckshot out of your snub nose.
You kidding me? He
No,
would
I'm
knock the
serious.
crap out of
When you
you.
sling
Rocky.
buckshot out of your fucking snub nose pistol, you a bad motherfucker. I swear to God.
Sam, you know those pocket dials? That's exactly what happened one day, and I was like, hello? Michigan's calling
Oh,
me. The other end of Michigan.
Well, you know what's funny?
Hello?
I'm really super into the big, super huge caliber pistols that are the muzzle loaders. The
oh
muzzle
yeah.
loader. Yeah, I've had a 54 cal, a 50 cal, 45. I got a
You can shoot those when you're a felon. That's why my friends
yeah.
always had
You
them
know
because they
what's
could
fucked up?
shoot.
You know what's fucked up? They took my pistol grip pump. They took my '06 White Pro, my 30-06 3-shot bolt action rifle. And they wrote them all down as assault weapons. I got out of jail and come home, and my fucking muzzleloader was still hanging above my fireplace. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I knew a guy who got pulled over after school with his kid's science project, and he was a felon on parole, and this kid's science project had 3 precursors in it, and he went to prison for his kid's science project.
I'm not a felon, man. I've had two
Yeah,
misdemeanor,
crazy, stupid shit like that.
I've had 2 misdemeanor DUIs my whole life. That's it.
Well, that's
I
what
got in
Pepe
trouble
said.
when I was a little kid,
He
but
couldn't
no.
come over to Canada. He's a felon. And I said, I
Huh?
know. My
That
buddy,
dude that played guitar the other night in my stream for like a long time, he's from Canada.
mhm. Which one?
Isabella or no? What was? Yeah, I think
Oh, Isabella?
he
Yeah.
lives.
It's like a red invasion's happening. I'm telling you. Hey, Cold Steel. It's a red invasion. It's a friendly red invasion, though, this time. That's a
Hey,
lot of things. Yeah, eh? What? Oi, back it up.
the Great White North.
Santa Claus is
Bob and
here.
Doug McKenzie. I watched that when I was young. That's when I also thought Canadian people was beer drinkers.
Damn, man.
I've
That's
never
what they
even met
did.
anybody from Canada before. You know it?
What?
Yeah,
Never.
What?
I met a
It's like
few.
what?
Yeah.
I meant in real life. You know what I mean? Like on the street or something. It's like I'm
What?
from Canada. No one from Canada moves to Missouri. I mean,
Dumbass. You should have moved north to Alaska. That
not
reminds
the,
me of Married
hey,
with Children.
at least they pay you in Alaska if you live there. You get paid for living there.
No thanks. When we were done with the last raping the gold, we said, there you go, America. Can have it. We're going to go get the silver somewhere else.
You want to hear something
Doesn't
funny?
really matter.
That's
Here's
it.
something. I bet $50 I could walk out to my truck and open the hood, and I left a little wireless battery powered speaker under there like 4 months ago, and I bet it's still there. I bet it's still there, and I bet it's charged.
Hey, I've done that with like a screwdriver and shit where it shouldn't even be there, and it rode the whole
High
time.
thoughts
You
with
put your drink
Michigander.
on top of your roof and drive like 10 miles. It's still there when you get there. You're like, what the hell?
Do you remember Saturday night? Was it Saturday Night Live? Deep high thoughts with
There
Michigan.
you go, Jack Handy. Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Anyway, I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves.
The other night playing guitar felt pretty good, man. I was throwing down pretty good.
Well, how come you ain't doing it now?
Alien is a Canadian. Be nice, he said.
I'm gonna go
Back
out.
it up.
I'm gonna go out and get this little amplifier deal that's under the hood of my truck, and I think I'm gonna fuck around with this lap guitar, dude. Did I show you this?
You like still? Yeah.
Huh?
I like Canadians, Alien. Yeah, I mean, I thought everyone that comes to my dog
He has
Canadian.
no choice now. Sorry. Not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Nope, dope. Nope, dope. What in the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Hey, what happened to Tetro? Patrick. I mean, I'm just saying, he used to be everywhere. Now he's nowhere.
Catching up to him. He was
He's
running
been
like
busy.
4 different names, and people were figuring his ass out.
Oh, I think he's been busy. I don't know.
Who
Oh, I
knows?
just figured. Maybe he got laryngitis. I've been watching. I'm waiting for him to pop up. Like fire in the hole is right.
Well, he
I've got
might.
this compact bong. You see the one I bought the other day? Look at
Oh, you got that. Oh, you want to see mine? Hang
this.
on,
Like
Michigander.
$17.
Hold on. I got two here, okay? Hang on. Oops. Just transfer the place.
See how old this hat is? Like Guns N' Roses.
I have an American hat over there. What?
You know what's ironic? I used to go to swap meet and there was it said Vietnam veteran and the hat was made in Vietnam.
You know what the funniest thing is? Sassy.
The way
I
Tony
love.
talks.
Yeah, because I love when he goes, "Show me Sasquatch," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I start laughing. You should see me laughing on this
He
side,
said my name more than I've ever said.
right? He's like, show me Sasquatch." And I'm thinking,
Put
I don't watch
avatar-
it. I haven't watched it. I don't watch it at all. Ever, never, never. And it doesn't bother me because I don't even. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that's
"Look,
pretty
Mr.
cool.
Gander,
I see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
see,
Hey, put my avatar up big once.
right?
There's a slide. There's a slide that goes to that piece.
Please, I know, but I won't use this because it's hand blown, right?
Like this?
That's badass.
There you go,
Love it.
Sassy.
I found
Now,
this next to the interstate too.
There's this one, same thing, $10, and I have another one, and it's actually, I think it's like this. It's black. I'll grab that one out, and then my daughter's, hers is like this big on the neck, and another one, and another one.
You know what? I think
I probably had 1,000 bongs in my lifetime.
I think I'm gonna make a glass gravity bong. I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I
takes
think
him out
that's
a 2
what
liter
you
bottle
have.
and a 5-gallon bucket though.
Well,
can't get into a
if I
room.
make it just right, I won't need 5 gallons. I can do it with like 3.
That's what we did. We just got a 5-gallon bucket and a 2 liter bottle, and everybody does it different.
We did it in the tub. In the hood, we filled up the tub, dude. Filled up the tub with the kitchen sink.
I had a hot feather in here.
I tried to make a habit of not doing anything in the bathroom.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I'm from the hood, dude. Are
Yeah,
you kidding
right.
me?
First thing I looked at a girl's was their toilet. If it was nasty, then I left. Some things you just can't overlook. You know what I mean?
Look up Sibley Elementary. Back in the 80s.
Watson, Livingston, I presume.
Do.
Hey, what did you think of that Conspiracy Music Guru's new song about Bob Dylan about sold his soul to the devil.
Oh, dude, man, fucking all of them talk about that. You know, it's funny you mention that because I was just watching some stuff on Black Sabbath and fucking Santana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Well,
watching.
we told him, Bob. He went through some pretty bad childhood.
Who,
Yeah,
Bob
well,
Dylan?
Santana, right from his lips, talking about letting demons channel through him and shit. Yeah. You know what's funny though? I never let my music get I don't know how to explain it, but I never followed like anybody or worship.
You never lowered your standards for anything. I don't lower my standard for music, drugs, women, nothing.
Really, I mean, that's just it. There's some stuff that I like that's trashy that other people would consider trashy, but it's not the aspect that I like it for that they're thinking of. You know what I mean?
Music can affect everybody differently. Everything, every single person.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I read something and then I started noticing something, and after that, I couldn't even listen to my own favorite music. I don't.
I just kind of turn off. I just as long as you know it's like that, it don't get to you. It's when you don't know.
I get
When you
it.
don't know, it's when it gets you. You know what I mean?
I get it, and I'm not saying I don't kick my music on here and there, but nowhere near like I used to. Like for probably 20 years, if you walked into my shop, there was a fucking radio cranking. Slayer, Sepultura, something fucking gnarly, you know?
Yeah, I've cranked the radio 24/7 when there's no one around.
Yeah, no, I'm talking to the point where people would come to my shop and say, "Hey, man, can you turn that shit down?"
Got pulled over once a week for that in my car. All the time.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm changing, whatever it is.
Change is good when you, especially when you ain't got no dollars.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, and it's by choice that I don't. And the thing is, like, I can make phone calls and line stuff up.
Oh, I heard you, dude.
Well, that's just it. Like right now, I got work lined up on somebody's car from work,
There you go.
and I'm gonna go fuck around for a day and make a pretty good chunk of change. So
Yeah, I do that when I have to. Want something or
that's just it, though. I reinvest it. I get like chicken feed, rabbit feed, stuff like that. Stuff that chainsaw gas, shit like that.
I like this.
You know what's funny?
I think it's time for music for song.
When I bought the guy's truck that my mom and dad just bought his house, I had his yard sale while we were buying this truck. That's how we found it. Actually, we stopped at a yard sale and found this truck. But my partner bought all his arrows and stuff, so now I got like a stockpile of arrows.
I find them in the woods every now and
then. I got a lot.
I've been carving out. I'm getting ready to carve out a pull stick, and then I'm gonna start doing arrows too.
Well, I was gonna take a tennis ball and start skipping a tennis ball around out here, but I think I want to do something a hair bigger. I'm thinking maybe a softball. We got these little gray birds. They're like probably twice, 3 times the size of a pigeon, but not quite as big as a chicken.
What is it? A guinea?
It's like a grouse or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're all over out here, and
my chick right here. Look, it's a moochie.
Right. I want to get good at sticking them.
I can kill them with rocks too. I like throwing rocks. That's my favorite thing to do. Pretty good with a bow gun too. Merry Christmas, Melvin.
Well, I'm realizing.
Where are you from there, Melvin? Hey, Bigfoot, what's up, brother? Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna play a tune. Okay, well, Melvin must have had a different name at one time because he already has a ranch.
Yeah, Melvin's good people. I see him all the time.
I didn't see him.
No, I see him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melvin, what's up? And some he's a moderator, and some he's not. Right, Melvin?
Yep, Steven, I don't have one in his. It's only place of all places.
I love my avatars, dude. That dude's great. Hey, you guys. That's fucking
Rocky Road.
Yup. Baby Ruth.
That's John Matuzak from the Raiders is who it was.
I thought it was Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
Rocky Road. Ice cream.
What happens when I do this? Oh.
Yeah, the mom ahead of them was that lady from Throw Mama from the Train, and she died of tongue cancer. That's why she
Yeah,
talked
she
that.
passed away.
In that movie, Throw Mama from the Train, Billy Crystal was looking for a word the whole thing, and she said, "Sultry." That was a word he was trying to figure out. And went through the whole movie before they told the words of it.
What do you mean?
Eh?
I'm asking the computer. What do you mean?
You know, on the Google's got pretty good. You can just hit the microphone button and tell it to do anything, and it'll call.
Hey, you remember
I
that
just
TV
started doing
show?
it yesterday. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, cowboy?"
Hey, you remember that TV show Quantum Leap?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Remember Sam? How he had that gizzy holding his hand?
He just died this year.
I'm just saying. You remember how he had that thing he called the gizzy and it'd tell
Yeah.
him anything? That's our phones, dude.
I know. We're already a cyborg, and our phone is the extension. I'll give you a wrench there, cowboys, on your fourth channel. There we go. Yeah, when you don't like wallpaper, it's because you're addicted to paneling. I made that up. It just came to me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Too Tall Rob got on my nerves. I have to give it like a break, like a year maybe. I don't know what it is, but I'm tired of hearing about Ritters. I mean, you're in Ava, Missouri. Hey, when I was in high school, we were undefeated, and we played the Ava Bears in the playoffs and got beat by them. They had these twin brothers named Rod and Ron Witt, and they were like 6'5", 300 pounds. And one of them got tackled by our bench, and there was no grass there. And he's like, "There's no grass here." They were just like big cheese eating. You're not too far from me then, cowboy. Probably like 45 minutes, I think, or an hour.
Oh, Cowboy Conscious?
Yeah, he's in Ava, Missouri, but it's right down the road. It's not a very big town.
Excuse me. Well, I wonder if this thing will work.
That's what she said.
You're going where? What? I don't know what's wrong with you, so bugger off, you stupid. Telling me there's no Wi-Fi.
Make a honey ho.
Right? I'm in where there's Wi-Fi, and the phone wants to tell me there's no Wi-Fi. Like, stop lying to me. Stop being a brat.
Hey, what's up, brother? Why they didn't call it husband pie?
You're stupid.
Trying to figure out here.
I got new slippers.
Are they ruby red?
No. They're isotoner memory foam. I used to work at Isotoner, which is so funny. I waited all day until I saw my daughter to actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Open the present. Because I was napping. She knows I'm not feeling very good.
It's like yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. It's called the present because it's a gift from God.
Actually, she gave me her tapestry. And it's got the moon and stars. So she's moving out, right? It's on too tall. And I was like, look what she got me. And then, of course, I don't know if you just rewind back where you came from. I got the dark face. This is my happy face because that made me think of PDF, the dark side. And that's exactly what my daughter would look like is Darth Vader. Like when I go downstairs, I'll show you. It's funny. And then these little isotoners. Can you hear that?
Yep.
I like because, then she knows I'm coming. My isotoner. So I avoid them. Her and her boyfriend went out to go and wish people Merry Christmas. You know how it was as a kid. The doll.
Speaking of arrows, that's what look.
Stella would love it.
I took its legs off. The ones that were deer jawbones.
Oh, look at his. He reminds me of a Garbage Pail Kid.
They're just from the island of missing parts.
It reminds me of like that kid from Toy Story. You know,
It does, dude.
when he wants to blow up all of the toys and shit. Like, oh, he's gonna blow us up. Andy. Was that his name? Andy?
Hey, check out the car amp, dude. It's battery powered.
Take his sister's doll and no, that's my doll. He wants to blow it up and everything. Yeah, toys.
Wow.
What?
I need to pull up the chat. I don't know what's going on with my stupid phone. Where'd you go, Snas? I'm here somewhere. Drunk Justin Trudeau. I'm not done.
Perch of rock.
I need a drink.
Hey, you like it? Hey, come at you, look at it.
Is that me? What's that? Looks like a.
Here's my holiday picture.
That's do they sell those things?
Huh?
I don't understand art. If they think it's one of them things, my dad used to draw dragons. Go away, it's me. Here, I'm gonna show you pictures. Well, that's a nice flower. Like mandalas. The fish eats this. That would go with the fish. See? Little dragon. Here's that. Whee!
It's show and tell. What is that?
It's a little ball.
That's cool.
There's
That is a
this
globe.
one and the green one.
Gang?
$8.99. It's like a big ass marble. I got marbles here too. I got your barns, your brains. I like funky marbles. See the marbles?
There's a table I just painted so I could sit at my lap and go on it.
You want to see a nice picture?
Here's my
Somebody
first
just
picture.
gets out of
You collect cats, I take it?
It's a pig. No. You know who collected pigs? Yes. So of course this was a clover. I had a few things. Bells.
I used to have printer shelves. I collected miniature stuff like that. I like little bitty stuff.
You know what? I had these little votive candles, right? Because I was going to do some things with it. And of course, I put seashells in. Now, when I picked up this lighter, I was like, I've seen this shit somewhere. Where have I seen this? I don't know if you can see. It's like a panther.
It looks like a, what's his name?
My ex has it right here. I'm like, why does this look familiar? And I'm like, your fucking tattoo. And then, of course,
The plane!
it was weird. It was one of those. I've seen this picture before. Where is it? And it's one of them. It looks similar because he got it when he was 19. He wasn't supposed to get a tattoo. Look at what she does. How small this dice is. And my candle's done. Savannah? Oh, it's okay. I like this card though. See that card, Saf?
Just look at it.
Bird.
Yeah, let them know again.
It's an actual. I like
Got no
that.
justice and Rodney got no respect.
An eagle. Hmm? Oh, there's my candle.
love.
I'm gonna light the candle and see what happens to all of
I've been
this.
making these like every day. I got like
I
15.
st- when I used to had to give a couple away. The candles.
I like I'm taking beads and beaded the whole top of a turtle shell. Like that.
See?
Did you ever take a candle and melt wax, let a candle melt down on the bottom,
I have wax. I've kept a whole whack of wax because you can melt that down and make more candles.
Yeah.
Instead of buying that. So all of this
I
kind of
made
stuff,
candles. I helped him move once and stick all the wax in his attic and it all melted.
all of this, what I could do right now, you just put it in water and it'll come out. And it comes out in a nice kind of clump. Same with the ones with IKEA. IKEA, they're like made of like soy or something, but they're nice candles. It's almost the same with these ones, right?
Stedman, what's up, brother?
And then you can actually drink out of them if you wanted to.
Hey, did you see my footage today, 7? That was weird shit, man.
Gotta go back to these. This one smells like Thai lily.
There's a link in the sink. You're gonna have to just play some covers sometimes for entertainment value. Everybody likes to do covers.
I have to count.
That music makes me want to jump up and headbutt somebody.
Savannah. I'm trying to think.
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Raven?
That's a pretty sweet little speaker. I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't distort very bad.
No, but I'm hoping to make it that way. I got an idea.
Something.
If I could get that to play for 4 hours.
Hey, when you hear ho ho ho, I don't think of Santa Claus. I think of the Green Giant, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Green Giant.
Not so much anymore. Okay. I'm fucking high, dude. Let's do another bong rip.
That sounds good to me. All right. I like the way you talk. All right. I think that was my baby brother I buried that day.
Hey, man, have you ever checked out that Breadstick Ricky shit?
Probably not.
It's pretty funny. You should check it out. It's called Breadstick Ricky. Pretty funny shit.
Trying to think something.
Hey, did you ever, like when you're young, take the lighter and a cigarette lighter in the car and get it cherry hot and then pour weed on top of it and take nose hits?
No, can't say that I did.
Really?
Nope.
We used to do it a lot.
I remember struggling to use cigarette lighters out of cars to get a cigarette lit.
Can't say I've ever done that.
Yeah, I remember a few times it wouldn't barely work, and we fucking jam that bitch in and twist it.
When I gonna take it? That's the only twisting I do. Twist his sister. Hey, look at her. Gay.
Hey
Yeah,
guys, Merry
yeah,
Merry
playing
Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to y'all.
Happy joy.
Hi, Jay.
If it's not Merry Christmas, Merry whatever the hell you like.
Fantastic Four. We're going after the evil Tony.
Oh, that sounds like a good thing to do on Christmas. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll double down.
Not.
You really don't like that guy, do you?
Who does, man?
Oh.
It's like a fucking thorn in your fucking shoe.
He resembles a demon, man.
His laugh is demonic.
He does. I give you that.
Straight out of hell.
Tells you right to your face, I'm the bad guy.
I know.
You're a fucking freak of society.
I haven't thought about it today. I think it's Game Over 2 popped the video in.
Oh, I seen what's his face, the guy from
Terry,
Tony. It's time to what is it?
get laid.
Yeah, to get laid. That's it. He was screaming earlier. He was being funny. Yeah, he was calling Tony out. He was mocking him and imitating him. It was hilarious. He does a real good impression, man. Funny.
He does.
Hello.
I can't. I don't watch none of that shit. You know.
I don't either. Hey, I watched some of this spoof shit.
You know what
It's
pisses me off?
I got a good laugh out of it.
The fact that they keep
Well, YouTube did it to me. I can put it in Tony, and it won't come up on YouTube anywhere. None of his channels are
No,
mine.
same. I can't find them anywhere, but I don't want to find them. So it's all
YouTube's
good.
doing that on purpose. You know what? They're blocking the people that he talks about, so they won't go there and raise hell.
Yeah, it's for the best.
It is. I'm glad. The algorithm's doing me a favor.
Yeah, even the AI don't like them.
No, I don't. Because I have another account and it does the same thing. It's not, there's a name with nothing. You can always check if you just make an account and have nothing on there and see what, then you get the general, what they give everybody.
Yeah. Smoke them if you got them, everybody.
Oh, we've been smoking. Where you at?
Yeah, I just got home from hanging out with my buddy. He has no one to hang out with for Christmas. Hung out with him for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, you can bugger off. Sorry, not you, Jason.
Oh, myself, and I don't really.
Over here. No, I'm talking to my computer, not Jason. JJ, sorry.
Jason.
Yeah, it's an automatic thing, but comes with the tongue. He knows it.
He's probably not live because you can't really turn on the internet with coal. I just never would hang out with him anyway after I seen those shoes he wears.
Right.
The holy souls.
My God. They look like some guy from the 50s with a wife beating on from Italy or something.
Who you talking about?
I could never wear those black slick dress shoes. They're just ugly.
Yeah, anything that Tony wears is ugly, right?
They were like old man shoes. Like that's what you see in the coffin when they're dead.
He makes everything ugly.
Well, I'm just saying, though, I can't believe someone his age would wear those out walking and shit, He probably has a good time sliding on the ice, though, running and sliding.
Slip slide.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody that age acts like that,
I've never met anybody any age that acts like that in my whole life.
He acts like a kid, bro. How many times has he been hit in the head?
I think that's, people in the real world, people can be like retarded, mentally handicapped, but everyone on YouTube, everybody's normal. No, there's like so many people are fucked in the head and they're never going to change. That's the way they are. But people, sometimes it's not an actor, just that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Dummy.
Yeah, let's change the subject. Oh, did you get any rain today?
It's pretty warm over here today, actually.
Yeah, it is 70.
All the snow melted.
No snow.
That's it, Mitch. Jam away, brother.
Yogurt's good. Oh, no justice. If they're still here. Hi.
You smoke like I smoke, and you high like every day.
No, you know what? I
Right.
figured out what was wrong. I asked my daughter to do something, and she's like, "Learn yourself. I'm not going to be here. Why can't you do it?" And I'm like, "Come on, please." Because I keep forgetting where it's going.
Remember that when she said, "Can you pay my bills?" It's like, "Do it yourself."
No, it's one of them. Do you want me to take your dinner away? No. Fine then. She didn't even move.
But it's good to learn yourself for sure.
It frustrates me.
Krafty, what's going on?
Because at the end of the day, I just go knock on the door, next door, because he's from East India, and I'll say, "Can you please just do this? It's my birthday." You do it.
You know what?
And if not him, then I take it downstairs to my friend. She's Chinese. She'll do it.
If he doesn't listen, you know where you're putting out your cigarette buds.
No, it's one of
I'm
them
just
things
kidding.
where
I'm just kidding.
he's from Jordan. You know how quickly he did it there? All he has, I know what he's gonna tell me. My goodness, why don't you just do it like this? And I'm gonna say, I don't know, because I didn't want to fuck it up. And then if I ask him to hook this one to the new computer or whatever, because he gets too sidetracked, all right? He wants to smoke. And it's like, no, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to talk to your friends. I want you just to do this.
Right.
And then we can smoke. You know what I mean, Seth? Like,
I know
do
what
this
you mean,
first
Jelly
and then we'll
Bean.
smoke. Because otherwise they get sidetracked, these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like they have housework when a maid comes next door, when they rent a room. It's like, I have shit to do. I want to go to the forest. You want to look at your phone. I don't want to look at the phone. I want to go to the phone. I took him there one day. And I'm like, will you get out of your phone and look? Look what you're seeing. That's how I am. For real. I'm bossy.
I seen that. That was funny. The poop song.
That's being bad.
Who knew Christmas could be so funny? It's funny because I was talking to some people who celebrate Christmas, but they don't believe that Jesus was born on Christmas. They believe he's born in the spring, right? And it's just like, well, you still celebrate Christmas like he's born today. It's kind of, I mean, regardless, I guess it's just good in the long run just to get together. I like what Trailer Park Boys, they said the best. Christmas is about getting drunk and high with your friends and family.
Yeah, JJ.
What's that?
That big pink circle right in the middle of the sun today.
Yeah, I was there on that stream. I don't know if you saw me. I was like, that's weird, man. That
I've never seen it like that ever.
like that
and
circle,
the sun
little
plays green, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Weird.
like that pink dot in the middle. That was weird. Yeah.
Like black hole sun.
See the halo? I mean, and look how big. Look at that. It's weird.
Yeah, I've just seen the ball before, right? Like this, like the
Yeah, but you agree how hot it was too. I mean, it was like you get people in your skin. Big
I've
time.
never seen that inner circle before. I was pretty blown away when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like I've seen a lot of sun video footage. I filmed it myself. I've never seen a little circle like that in there.
No, I've seen black dots, but not circles like
have you guys seen that before, Krafty, or anyone here in the chat?
No.
I've never seen that before. That's a great capture, man. That was some good stuff, man. I like when I see things I've never seen before. It's like, what is
That's
going
why I
on?
had to. That's
What
why
is
I
going
go
on in this
live.
reality?
Like, people can't say that you did it if you're live watching it. You know, you know.
Yeah, it was weird because it just stayed in the center too, right? It wasn't like it could have been something else. It was just right there in the middle. It makes you wonder, was that some sort of other object that was like
I just took a
with
screenshot of it. Now I'm gonna run it through some color changing and see what it looks like.
Like, was that some sort of other, object, another moon or something else?
Exactly. For 3 months, I photographed that one above it. You know, the sun for 3 months. It was about the same size, but it was the same color as the sun, or Sim, or here I got the picture, screenshot. Look. Look at that.
Wow.
It's a simulator. I mean, that's how you can tell. All I do is just adjust the contrast, and look at that. The sun's not gonna.
That's weird, eh?
Look at that.
I don't know what to think about that, man. That's weird. Someone made a point the other day on the stream. Is like, what if the sun and the moon merge, come together one day?
I have thousands of pictures like this where
I got Simon here. Hang on a second. I just.
Yeah, these good like windows, people working in the sky, it's super cold.
But yeah, someone made this point. What if like the sun and moon merge one day? Could that be Armageddon, or could that be heaven on earth? Or could we just, I don't know, what could that be, right? That's something that could happen. It's like, whoa,
look, it looks like a machinery. Look, this is in the same cloud. Look at that. It looks like a ship inside of a ship or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy, man.
Sometimes when people are sitting at a desk with a computer and you can see where the light above them's on.
Hey, Raven, hope you're having a good Christmas or holidays, man.
Chat.
Right on, Mitch, man. I was enjoying the jamming out there.
Get down.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen what Krafty put in the private chat there.
No.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be mentioned out loud either, but yeah. Hey, Brittany has eyes.
I don't know. On that question. I don't go like I used to.
It is.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. Stop it right now.
Yeah.
Right. When I
That's very
emphasize a
simple
word,
stuff.
I get called mean. She's doing
you
it
don't
right.
get called mean.
Yeah,
You think you get called mean. No, I'm saying like this is what it is, right? Okay, so automatic thoughts, right? Things, right? That if we reframed our first thought, we wouldn't do.
Right.
Right. So a guy cuts you off, right?
Right.
First thing you want to do is stick a middle finger up, right?
Right.
That's an average person, not you. Average person wants to stick a middle finger up, right?
I can help it.
Right.
Right. It's kind of like a valley girl, you know. It's like gnarly, you know. I can only take it for so long. Right.
It's like, right. It's like
I tried to run most of
malfunctioning.
now. Then one night I couldn't do it. I got like 150. I quit. I couldn't keep going.
It's like computer malfunctioning, stuck to one word usage. Right.
I know. It's a habit.
I like him a lot, but it's just like, I don't know. I get a little weird, like when I go there and like he took.
Well, I thought I was going to go there to learn stuff and.
Yeah, I liked him, and I've only gave him support and love and thumbs up and views and all that. But like when you take my wrench away, it makes me think like you don't like me or I did something wrong.
He's giving back to most everybody except me. So
well, that's what I mean too. I'm like I was only there, you know, like putting out positive vibes, and I was only just supporting you.
That's what I call him. Wake him up. I've called him up 25 times in the morning. When he don't wake up to do that show, I call him and wake him up.
Well, it makes me wonder what was it all about? Like, am I overthinking it, or was it like, you know, did somebody say something that's like, oh, she used to be hanging out with Tony, don't trust him, or who knows, right? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that just, but you know, I like the guy too, but
yeah, you know, it just
twice his age, you know. I mean, I'm a lot older than him too, though.
Yeah, it makes you think that he has a problem with you when someone does that. It's like, you know, so, you know, it kind of hurts because when you think you're only been good to the guy, you know. It kind of feels like a slap in the face, right?
I still kind of lurk and kind of help, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
I like a lot of people there, you know. I like Cindy Christmas.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, what's up, Steeler Stacker? Merry Christmas. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. That's the only good song. They're like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. That's my favorite Christmas movie. White Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like musicals. I don't care how old they are. I mean,
yeah, like even the classics, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, all those classic ones.
There's not much subliminal hate in some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think Burl Ives was into any you know, Bill Cosby, they used to have a Playboy show on in the 60s. And Playboy Mansion, Bill Cosby up there with a big stogie in his mouth being the referee at the volleyball game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the one with the misfit toys? Is that Frosty the Snowman? No, that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right?
The misfit toys, because they had the giant with the
I was just kind of thinking that, is that kind of funny? Because I don't think they would do that nowadays. Like
Merry Christmas, Steeler.
Like all the misfit toys just get sent off to an island together. Like, you guys aren't welcome with us.
It's called Australia.
You aren't welcome with us. All you guys that are not, you know, just, you know, whatever, right? You know, not right. Just you go together over here.
Yeah.
Single you guys out and put you over here. The misfit toys.
No, they went. They bombed the United States and Pearl Harbor, and then they went and bombed Australia right after they left us.
Oh, whatever. I own that movie. And the Grinch. And the Jim Carrey Grinch. But I don't
that's the girl. I listen to the girl in that all the time. Pretty reckless.
Once your kids are older, you don't watch them, but I save them.
Yeah,
I'm going to play a song.
The Grinch is real. He lives in Montreal.
No, but... He's the swamp. He's like Shrek. He's an ogre. I don't know. I give them all freaking things to do. I come up with great ideas. Sass can, draw it.
Yeah,
There's so much for everybody to do. I have jobs
Right.
for everybody, including Michigander.
hey, I'm gonna play a
Called
song there.
brainstorming.
Conspiracy
La la la
guru.
la 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 la. Brainstorming, right? The new year will be better. It's a 2-2-2. It has to be better.
I'm gonna get in trouble for him.
Yeah, it can't rain all the time, right?
No, they said that. You know what? At the beginning of all this bullshit, they on Coachella. You know how they do the Coachella Fest, whatever. He said the same
Yeah.
thing. Concerts will come back, and see if you can go in right now, you can't be dancing. You gotta still keep apart. Like Omicron, whatever. So, that's the
Yeah, I'm
reason.
sure, eventually people are going to wake up to this and there's going to be a revolution, Like it just,
Yeah,
it's,
but I mean something like, and you gotta think realistic about this too, right? Because you got new rules coming out on freaking YouTube. You have to read them. And the man here, he's got. There's many people that, you know what I mean? They're not gonna tell you things. But when you have a job, you need to keep a roof over your head and food on the table, especially in these hard times.
I think it's going to get better for sure.
It will get better, but you gotta go through the bullshit before it gets better.
Oh, yeah.
Like look at what Sasquatch caught with his son, okay?
Merry Christmas there, T-Birds and
It's just something that you keep your eyes on. And an open mind. Right,
Absolutely.
Sass? Right, Sass? Well, Sass knows because, I mean,
double.
didn't your friend get sick, Sassy?
That's not good. I hope he's okay.
No, that's the thing. You gotta look at it for what it is. Oh my gosh, where's the freaking port?
I think one of the secret things to fight things off is colloidal silver.
Yeah, but
Because I've seen it work on skin irritations like sunburns or cuts or whatever, and helps with viral infections and everything.
They're listening. They're
colloidal silver.
Colloidal silver, but you see, it's
sure,
one of the
Ninja
things.
Turtles in a half show.
Not just only that. There's other things out there too.
Even Hebrew Hammer said the other day, he's like, I've been using colloidal silver for the last 30 years, and I haven't been sick. Haven't been sick any times during the years.
I'm never sick, and I don't take anything except weed.
He's also a different genetic.
That's a good medicine. You're taking your vegetables, eh, Sasquatch? That weed, hey, taking a vegetable.
If you're eating bullshit, and like how people like Tony want to go at people like Hebrew Hammer for eating kosher, well, obviously.
Let's face it, he goes after everybody. It doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't matter. Tony eats dick.
Yeah, he's a pole smoker.
Heard.
I gotta ask him why he's a pole smoker next time I talk to him.
There's a lot of people that question a lot of things, and it's one of them.
His favorite football team's the Packers.
His favorite job is packing fudge.
He's in a Fudge Packer union.
Fudge Packer, yeah. That South Park. You've seen it. You probably seen that South Park episode where they call him Tom Cruise a fudge packer. Because he's literally at like a factory packing chocolate in boxes. They're like, you literally are a fudge packer. That's what you do. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm not a goddamn fudge packer.
I knew somebody worked at Tyson's, and they inseminated the chickens. He said he was a chicken fucker because that's what he did at work.
Wow.
He had to like artificially inseminate the chickens or whatever.
Oh,
He didn't
wow.
pay me enough money to do that job. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
My friend did a job. He tried it for a few days. He said, it's ridiculous. I'm never doing that again. Chicken catching.
The Amish around here just use a fishing pole. They call it chicken.
Yeah, he's like, they bite you. These like they're violent. It's like, and you're basically catching them for slaughter. So it's like it's not really a good feeling.
But you know, you're supposed to do it in a calm way. It can make the meat tough. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. He told me about the way. He said the way they're operating was pretty aggressive and not.
My grandpa would sit there and be rubbing his neck and snap it.
Oh man.
You know, the old people though they had less sympathy for animals. I think the other generations. When a dog had puppies, they just put it in a feed sack with some rocks and throw it in the river. I mean, who could do that? You know, I mean.
Yeah, I think God put the animals on here for us to eat, and vegetarian.
We only eat animals that they're friendly to us. Every animal that we eat can be a pet too.
Yeah, vegetarians, and they get all mad about that. But then you got to think about it. What about the animals? That's okay for them. It's okay for a bear to eat a deer or whatever, right? That's okay, right?
Well, that's in your genetic makeup, so it's already programmed in there.
Like, trust me, I had a snake before. I tried to give it a carrot. It just looked at me like, what the fuck? Where's the rat? You know, like, it doesn't work, man. Like, these animals, like, need, they're, to hunt and eat other animals. That's what they are. They're carnivores.
It's just about respecting nature and the land, though, and, that's all.
Yeah. No, I mean like chickens and stuff like that, and like whatever, cows, whatever you like to eat. I think, that's your meat of choice. But
now okay, the farms nowadays are like manufacturing companies. They're in a box. They never get to roam or flap their wings, or they raise them just in the most worst conditions.
Yeah. No, that's the thing too about like.
They put so many warm chickens that the chickens fall over because their breasts are so big,
No, there was even documentaries on it. It's really sad where you don't even want to talk about it. You see chickens in a cage and shit.
They grow steaks in a petri dish now with DNA. They can grow a steak right from the DNA in a petri dish, and they sell it at a restaurant.
Yep. It's almost like everybody falling for what, blue steak or something like that. That's how silly people are sometimes. Oh, can I get blue steak? It's some kind of steak, and it actually doesn't exist. That's how silly people are. That's what I'm saying.
One thing like I found out like this was a few years ago. It really turned me off the horror movies and even games or TV shows. Anything with like monsters. Like any kind of monsters or demons, those screaming, they said they get that from tortured animals. A lot of those sound effects, and it's just like, and then they manipulate the sound to make it sound like a monster or a dinosaur or whatever. And like when you hear that kind of stuff, like like pigs squealing, and then they amplify it and change it to make it sound like a monster. It's just like it just makes you never want to watch the movies and stuff like that again. When you start looking into how these things are made. It just turns you the wrong way,
If people knew half the truth, they would never leave their house,
Oh, that's what they say about food, man. If you knew it was in the food you eat, you'd probably never eat that again, right? Like stuff at fast food.
Did you see what Biden did today? Some guy said was interviewing. They were talking to a guy on the phone. And he told him Merry Christmas, and the guy goes, "Let's go, Brandon." And Joe Biden goes, "Yeah, let's go, Brandon. I agree."
Yeah, no. Ain't that fucked up?
You don't even know what it means.
He does.
Dude, he is not the president, man.
Yeah, some say Trump is secretly still is. Some say Trump is secretly the president.
Yeah, he called the war.
I think Obama's running the show now.
Why do you think all them ships are piled up on the coast? He called the Wartime Act. China was caught fucking around with elections, so that's why all them ships are sitting there.
See, what's fucked up too? Like I've heard this idea too. If the army realize the government's corrupt and rigged, they can take over, right? I think that's a possibility. And if they take over and overthrow the government, most people are going to think that's martial law, or they think that's part of like, you know, the global agenda, right? You know, the flood agenda. But you know what I mean? So like, I don't know that, like, you know, the army does get involved and try to overthrow the government. People might look at that as not a good thing, right? You know, I don't know what to think of that, right?
That's not what's going on. That's not what's going on, but it ain't going back to the way it was.
No. What do you think's going to happen, Mitch?
I don't
It's
know,
happening
man.
now.
I don't know, but I think it's done. They're fucking brainwashing. All that shit's falling apart. People, it's gonna change. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good or bad, but I know it ain't going back to what it was.
Because you can
This is
even
your
say
new
with all
number.
this, you can even
This is
say
my
with all the censorship, we're winning the information war for sure. Like,
Well, I'm hoping it just settles back. We bust these motherfuckers' balls for what it is, deal with the situation, and move on. We're constructive people. We can come up and figure out a situation how to live together without hurting each other. I think. You know what I'm saying? What say you? What say you, man? You know what I mean? We don't need these fucking people to live, dude. We could figure out how to do it ourselves. We don't need them.
I'll listen to her.
yeah, Vincent, I just read what you said. I'm not saying all movies are all games, but I did hear like some were like torture animals were used to make sound effects for monsters, like, and I'm not saying everything, but I know like movies or horror games, horror movies where they've done that. Like I remember some sort of director or something was talking about it, and he was just enraged by it as well.
How you doing, Vincent? That all?
Anyways,
Did you go back for some more food?
I don't know, man. What do you say, Jay? What do you see around you?
You're in it, so get used to this. This is the new normal. It's just gonna get weirder from here.
I don't know. They keep saying the numbers are going up. Yet, like fucking over. What
You
is
are
it?
going up.
What is it? Like 85% of Toronto's vaccinated, right? Or you know, jabbed, whatever.
Well,
So,
what do you see?
The mayor here just got it.
I don't think they have a fraction of the numbers they're saying.
I'm telling you, knocking on your door was what they'll be. They want
What?
you vaccinated.
I know they've been doing like more restrictions lately, like less
need at least
capacity,
2.
half capacity. But I mean, I found a few places. I don't. I mean, you never know who's listening, but like I know a few places where they won't ask for proof of your jab to stay there. That's all I'll say.
You'll need this though to go.
Because there's some places that just won't put up with it and stuff. Like
I'm gonna tell you. Look at what's going on. Do you read the news?
Well, I went to this like stand-up night. It was just like an open thing, like open like mics, and I was really shocked. Most of the comedians were saying, this was like right next to my house, saying all this shit is bullshit, and that was part of their comedy act. So I was just like, it was cool to see that, because like, you know, I know nobody wants to talk about this, but it's like, how do you not talk about something that affects you daily, you know?
Because there's some places that can't even go outside, Jason. Here we go again with Wuhan. Do you even remember how it got loose? These are places that, oh, did they make a slip? No, they don't make a slip. They're telling you the truth. Because that's the only way that they can do it. You're pretty much utopias already. That's what they've told you. This is cruise ships all the way up to Antarctic. Unfortunately, it just gets a little chaotic. This has been sliding on for a long time.
Because I don't know if you heard, Krafty, the whole 55 division went on strike about the mandatory jab.
I understand that, but
like it ain't happening. It's fucking over, and we're gonna end up rounding these fuckers up, hanging them in the streets and shit. I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
Even like what was it, a chief police of 30 years retired because he's like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. He's just,
do you not remember what happened in
you know, our rights. You know, it's about freedom and like not being forced.
Yeah,
At this point, I wouldn't even worry about getting vaccinated or not vaccinated. I would worry more about
It'll take care of itself.
just doing what you need to do.
You know, I
Hey,
just go about
Vincent.
my daily life. Yeah, I know these
What's up,
fuckers.
Daryl?
Because you're gonna have to pay this money back anyways.
Hey,
That
good evening.
you were told from day one.
How you doing, DeVincent?
No, I never took any of it anyway, so
I don't understand how it will work in
I
America.
was tempting
Right
about it.
here,
Just take it and say,
I'm
F you.
guaranteeing you.
So you do to me all the time.
And even to start renting a room or stuff like that, you're gonna have to be vaccinated. Damn right. Rules are changing. These are called new rules,
Yeah, I'm
right?
right on that page. I'm right on that page.
Right. Vincent's in the
But
thick of it.
yeah, last year I made phone calls because I was looking for a place,
Right.
and 7 out of 10 calls, there was this one lady said, "You are not coming in my house unless you've had the first shot."
That's
And I
right.
said, I was cool. I said, okay, have a good day. And I was very nice to them, okay, because they're gonna hang up and say, oh, they didn't get mad. See, the
No.
thing is with this kind of thing, I like yesterday I had an outburst because I was looking at a picture of a pedophile president and this guy was wearing a muzzle and he said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" I said, "Because I'm something or I'm free or something like that." But the whole thing about this is very careful. It's first of all, since late 2004, 2005, when they had the 186 inmates in Guantanamo, the people who are most of them don't even have formal charges for terrorism. Okay,
No, that's haunted,
you
is
know
it not?
they're forced to wear muzzles.
Mm.
That's disgusting,
It
man.
limits your intake of oxygen by 0.9%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what it does, and they know this, that it limits your ability to you're not getting all the oxygen. Believe it or not, you need all the oxygen you pull in through your nose to oxygenate your blood, and it's very healthy for you to do
That's
that.
right.
But to cover that and deprive yourself over 6, 2, 3, 5, 8 hours a day, that is serious. And they do that to the prisoners in Guantanamo for a reason. And now they're doing it to everyone. And that scares me, in addition to the fact there's no liability. Okay, these companies are not held responsible. I lost my spouse in 2010. She got the H1N1 jab. 10 days later, died of heart failure. So, and when I was in the hospital for diverticulitis, the woman said, do you want your shot, your flu shot? And I said, no, that's fine. And right after that, for the next 2 days I was in there, all the nurses were mean to me. They were abrupt and terse. But before that, they were all really kind and sweet. And it was like really weird. I was like, so what is going on? And that was in 2018. And I've always been really alert about vaccinations since that happened, since Carla was gone. So I want to try to condense this. So I want to share this space with everybody. I don't want to take it all up. It's really important that when you think about this, you backtrack the facts. You look at the motivation and the end result. And they're getting the end result. They're dividing people. However, I have heard a lot of people concur with this. A lot of people that are been watching the television for 2 years, some of them are getting restless. Like, what's the deal with this? I thought it was 2 weeks to flatten the curve. So some people are waking up, but I think that there's going to have to be a collapse. There's going to have to be a complete burning down of the system. And I don't want this, but it's going to have to implode like those buildings in 2001.
You have
demolition,
to
9.5 seconds and 6.5 seconds. It's really, it has to happen because the system that we have is not. Democracy is what we bring, or what the military brings to third world countries, like that have oil or uranium. That's what they bring over there. When people throw around the word democracy, I always think of Iraq. I think of Afghanistan. Democracy. We are a constitutional republic, and that's the way to save our rights. But I don't think that people want to be a libertarian. They want to be Democrat or Republican.
Mm.
And there is a third choice, or a second choice, really, because Democrats and Republicans are really the same monster in a different
They're
costume.
waiting. That's
So,
alien. You
But
understand?
but you don't think they would completely destroy the whole system, Vincent, because
I'm
they still
telling
need
you, their
people to work for
systems are
them, right? To operate, businesses and all that, and corporations, right?
well, I mean, that's a for-profit government. Any
I'm gonna send
politician
you
that goes to the
information, Jay. That way you
gets rich,
understand.
anybody who gets rich being a politician shouldn't be. They're in it for the wrong reason. That
Yep.
person doesn't serve the people.
Mm.
They want to get rich and buy a pool and 7 mansions and sports
And
cars.
you're still paying for it.
Right.
You're paying for
So,
a 24 Sussex Drive when even Trudeau's not there. You don't even know where Stephen Harper went. I'll tell you, you're still paying for freaking roads and bridges and stuff. It's a crazy mess, and it's gonna have to. It's broke. It needs to rebuild, and that's what you're
well,
watching going around you, Jason.
if
Because
you do
more
the
people are
equation,
coming.
like the cost of the investigation of Bill Clinton for the oral sex he got was
Mm.
$4 million. They
Mhm.
spent $891,000 on the 9/11 Commission. $891,000 for 2,977 people who were killed on American soil. 343 firefighters, FDNY, and 29 Port Authority cops, and some on I don't remember how many NYPD. But and all the people who've died since then in the name of that. So it gives me goosebumps when I think about all these numbers, and it's going to snowball. And when you see the way that this theater is, I mean, this is the biggest theater we've ever seen. Like, do you remember for 2 or 3 days after September 11th, they kept showing those buildings, like on CNN, they kept showing it and showing it. They
They showed
screwed
it
up
January 6th.
because no, I
They showed
watched
the
my
same kind
videotape
of
and I said
replication.
there's plumes underneath the collapse zone.
Yeah.
You could see on building 7 that Jane Stanley said it collapsed at 5 o'clock and it was right behind her in the BBC.
Yeah,
They
I've
knew
heard
that
about
building 7
that.
was going to
Yeah.
fall. So metaphorically, they were always testing. And the first one I think was Orson Welles' play War of the Worlds. You remember what happened? People freaked out. People thought it was real.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
So
even
that
think they
was
were planes, man. I'm a no
well.
plane guy, man.
That's actually I know my buddy Tom John Collins was killed in the South Tower on the 89th floor, and the planes. I know all the data on the planes, how much fuel was in those planes, who was on those planes, and there was a senator's wife on one of those planes who was killed, who had information about the secretary who was found raped in Arlington, Virginia. Like, I think it was June of 2001. Do you remember her? She was a White House page. I don't know if you remember. She had black hair. I can't remember her name, but she was there. They took care of so many things that day. The SEC, CIA, even all the lawsuits for Vioxx were being handled through Building 7, which fell in 6.5 seconds into its footprint at 5:20 p.m. No plane hit it. That building was a fortress. It was built in 1987, 47 stories. It was a building within a building.
Yeah, I don't even think any planes were anything. I don't even think planes
no,
were.
those planes, they did J-PAL Raytheon. In other words, there's what they can go into the back door of the hardware of any commercial aircraft and take control of it from the ground.
I'm even
Raytheon
thinking it
developed
was
in
like
1984.
CGI or holograms, man.
No. They took control of those planes from the ground. Because if you watch the behavior of the first plane the second plane that hits, there was pilots for 9/11 Truth. I worked with Richard Gage and stuff, and in DC, I was with DC 9/11 Truth. And I've been on Capitol Hill, and there was something called the Bobby McElvain Act, which we handed out in the Longworth building in 2018. Bobby McElvain was killed in the lobby of World Trade Center 2. He was in the lobby, and 89 floors above him, the plane hit. But 30 seconds before the planes hit, he was incinerated. 30 seconds before, and they have seismic proof of this happened.
Yeah.
So what they did, I mean, the Judy Wood, the directed energy weapon, the hologram thing, that came around 2011, and I read all the data, and it was just a complete way to sidestep everybody and put the real investigation, the evidence, on the back burner because that totally throws and gums up the works. You see what I'm saying? So when you have hardcore
Yeah,
evidence,
are
they
you? Do you
always
think like me though? Like when I've seen people and I agree with them thinking the plane is just gonna pancake on impact. It's not gonna even
it
go
doesn't
through
it
at
doesn't
all.
it doesn't pancake. What happened? Those
It's not
planes
gonna break that structure
That
of
was
that
a
they had
building.
they
drone
had
that
met
went through that, and
I
it was
don't think
under
it's
they
going
construction.
through. I think it's gonna pancake and just fall from there. It ain't going.
okay
It's not
the
like a hot knife going through butter. You
but
know, it's not
those
gonna
planes
slice
had
right through the building.
they had barely enough gas to get across the United States. They flew
Those
to
things
Los
are made
Angeles
so
and San
brittle
Francisco.
too, right?
No, they are brittle, but they're aerodynamic. In other words, the plane that hit the Pentagon supposedly could not have made that corkscrew turn over
Yeah,
Arlington. There's no way it could have. And
yeah.
I've
They
talked intensively with pilots for 9/11 Truth, and it's such a gag because what really happened was if you look at the little bit of the 3 frames they showed from the guard shack at the Pentagon, it's obviously a rocket or a missile fired from a plane. The plane flew up and hit the facade of the Pentagon. Initially, that hole was 18 feet
It's a
wide.
drone.
Where's the wings?
It was
So
a drone,
this
right?
yeah, yeah, either that or they shot it with a rocket. But see, when I was a little kid and when I lived in Arlington, Virginia, in Crystal City, we were driving around the Pentagon and I saw these rocket batteries that were above ground around the Pentagon. They have rocket
Like
batteries that
Momo
will shoot
Pita.
down anything that comes in the airspace that does not have a military transponder. And
When that
Dick Cheney was told the plane was 10 miles out. The plane was 5 miles out. And Mineta saw him do this. He said, "Did I give you any other order than to stand down?" So he told this guy who came in that command should stand down at the Pentagon while the plane was on its way in.
Right, but
And if you
that
look at
whole
that
thing
was
apparently was getting renovated because that's where alien believers, okay,
well, yeah, but they
that's
did
where they
renovate.
kept the records. There was
Well,
nobody in
that's
there.
that's it. But there's also a naval accountant named April Gallup, and that morning she was in her office in the naval accounting office. The night
Right.
before, Donald Rumsfeld said $2.3 trillion was unaccounted for or missing, and that
Right.
morning the naval accounting office was hit. They
Mhm.
were one of the major components of searching for that money,
Mhm.
so they covered their asses. It's like
And how many jumped into a pit without masks
without masks. Oh, you
the
mean the
next
people that
day?
responded at the World
Oh
Trade
yeah,
Center?
yeah.
They,
How
they,
many?
how many people have died who breathed in that cumulative burning material? You know,
Okay.
I mean,
So when you
the
watch Ladder One and they're in the South Tower, you look, the power is on,
y-
which was really weird for me to see.
that
Right?
was that Ladder 1 Engine 7.
Yeah, the
Okay, yeah,
documentary.
the Naudet footage. Yeah,
And of
um,
course, he looks up into the sky because when that all happened, guys, Canada was blamed. Just like what we blamed for this shit too, Jason. Don't kid yourself.
Canada was blamed. Why was Canada blamed for
Because
9/11?
of because of what happened with the helicopters or the planes. They said that these people who were from the east, okay, were trained up here in Canada.
No, they weren't. They
Right.
weren't. They learned how to fly. Two of them learned how to fly in Florida.
Exactly our point. So when they're saying that those things happened, you know, it's the same thing we're saying, no,
Right.
because what happened, if you did your research, like it bugged a hell of a lot of people, like you're saying, what happened with this, because they'll still question today, who was that under? Under George, right?
George Bush. Heck yeah.
Mm. And what
Dick
did he
Cheney.
say to you guys? Of course, he said you're either with us or against us.
Oh yeah, the polarizing speeches. Yeah.
Oh, of course. And his father was no better.
Oh
We
well,
have
he
to
said,
admit.
after all, this is the guy who tried to kill my father, which
Mm,
is totally childish. And
right.
that the book My Pet Goat was upside down in his lap in that classroom.
So those twin towers were also financial because my friend's father was supposed to be in those towers. Now it was Tower 7 when it collapsed, and everybody was like, "What in the hell?" It looked like more of a demolition. See, the kids today are too young. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go through this all over again. And if you did listen to people like in your politics, they do drop hints. I mean, I've already prepared my own. So that's the best thing that you can do is just prepare for the worst. Like when they were telling you about fires or any kind of situation, you got to prepare. And I mean, when it comes down to Corona and stuff like that, that's where downsizing. Look at them over in the East with the migrant crisis and what
Wow.
happened there, right? So when you kind of put all of this together, it's like, wow, this is a bitch. But it's also follow the money. So you're going to follow the money.
I have to say something. I know this is going to sound really insane, but there's a video game that came out in 2006 called Black, and it
Right.
was a first-person perspective shooter, and it was the first video game where they actually went to Eastern Bloc sites in Eastern Europe and did 3D photography. So all the places in the video game are real places. And in the game, you find these Halliburton cases. I'm not kidding. They're the silver suitcases. Halliburton, right?
And funny, we have
Okay.
these names up here too, right?
Right. And one of the things you find is a document about the murder of an FDNY 12-year firefighter, KB Bear, whose body was found in the tunnel underneath World Trade Center, who he discovered the trucks full of gold, the Black Eagle gold during World War II that the Japanese had in the 30s. And it mentions that all that in that document. And I got so excited when I saw it. I was like, oh my God.
Just
because
like
I found a document. I found a little article in the New York Times about the 3 firefighters that were found who it's just like that Die Hard movie.
Just
you remember?
like somebody, yes.
They were taking the gold in those dump trucks. Well, remember they took all the steel with those dump trucks. I mean, in a week and a half, all the steel from both of those buildings was scooped up and taken to China.
So you think about even back in, JJ won't remember this, but Sassy, you will. I don't know where he's hiding. When even Osama tried to blow it up, and he couldn't.
No, that was
right?
the FBI, 1993. That was the FBI.
Exactly. So these kinds of things have been, when it was happening all in the Middle East and they tore an army up. So once you had no more Saddam Hussein, it was like, oh shit. Did you see what happened after that? They started twiddling their thumbs, like, what are we going to do? So, I mean, these are crazy things that we've actually seen, and our children haven't. And of course, our parents have seen worse.
It's so hard to impart to a young person that they think when they join the military and they make that choice that it won't happen to them. And one of the things, I'm lucky that my father had that talk with me, that come to Jesus talk, when I was like 12 or 13. One of the last times he saw me, he said, don't ever join the military. I don't care if it's the friggin' Air Force or the National Guard. Don't ever join the military. And he did 2 tours. He flew helicopters. He was a warrant officer. And he was totally against the war by 1972. He was, you know, he flew the flag upside down, and it really pissed people off. But he did it because it means distress. It's not disrespect. It means we're in trouble. We need to face it. Okay, and when people say you're being disrespectful, that means that they don't understand that it's a signal that needs to be discussed.
It's been going on for a while, and in your country, it's been going on since Standing Rock. Kids have been doing it. They've been putting that upside down. Now these kids keep dropping left, right, and center.
They're not, but they don't. I mean, it's the purpose of it is it's a military signal. It's citizens use it. I don't call them civilians because they're technically not in a war zone. But when somebody who's not experienced with war uses it, they're taking a bigger liberty than a veteran does. a veteran has every right in the world to speak out against war. That should never, a veteran should never ever be silent. And
Right.
anybody also, but especially a veteran because they've been there. That is so
A
valuable.
lot of them
That
don't
perspective
want
is
to.
important. Mhm.
I never knew that my grandfather, my great grandfather, was a militia cop. I had no idea.
Oh my
So when
God.
I found, yeah, exactly. When you find these things out, like he did what? For how long in Sri Lanka? You know what I mean? So when you see these photographs of old time, these are things that can't be replaced, right? So when my great grandparents passed away, my grand got all these old photos on cardboard, including her. So this is where we're looking into our ancestry and our history, and keeping an eye on them, the Olympic rings. That's the way I look at corporations or countries, right?
Yeah,
If you want to look
Washington,
at
D.C.
it,
is a corporation
and
too.
exactly, it's not really a state, is it?
No, it's not. It's
The
not.
district.
It's really strange because when I started filming around the time Occupy started in
Mm.
October of 2011, and I was in McPherson Square, and I had a tent. We had 275 tents in that park, and there
And
was a lot of different groups of people there. I was in more of a libertarian, but I had communicated and found common ground with Democrats and Republicans.
well, yeah, I mean,
And
that's like Rand Paul and
yeah,
Ron Paul, right? So when
well,
you
I was
look at the Libertarian Party, it's almost like Boston Tea Party.
yeah, but I don't. But that's kind of been co-opted in a
Did they
sense
not
by
just
kind
change
of
the name?
fanaticism. But no,
Well,
it's well in 2008, like Matt Baxley knows Adam Kokesh and I know Adam Kokesh. But in 2008, Ron Paul spoke at the Capitol. There was this
mhm.
Ron Paul Revolution thing. I have a video on my channel, and there's other videos of Ron Paul. But Adam Kokesh spoke before that, and he gave this speech. You should hear Adam's speech. It's really amazing what he says about our country and how bad shape it is in. And he said things that politicians don't say. And he's always, and if he wants to dissolve the federal government, and that sounds
Right.
preposterous, but it's going to dissolve itself.
Mhm.
It is going to dissolve itself. So the point of my point of what I'm saying is that it needs a collapse.
It will collapse. This is the year it will collapse.
My concern. What about all the innocent kids? I am a kind of a bleeding heart person when it
I
comes to
know.
innocent lives, and I don't like the idea of innocent people
No,
paying
and
for
who
that.
does?
Hey, Swanee.
Swanee,
Swanee,
Villian. And that's the thing. That's why we all just have to kind of stop. I don't know. They won't listen. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. Because they're just going to be selfish little friggers. And
well,
unfortunately, we have to sit back and watch this happen. So the best thing to do, like my kids already know.
yeah.
And they know, like, no, don't worry. It's just going to be, unfortunately, you don't want people in the wrong area at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And it's going to wake up a lot of kids today that you see. And maybe that will be the quote unquote huge change in our youth. And then they need to understand. You see?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, they have to understand. And then that would be like war is over. You know what I mean?
I like that song.
Yes, because I mean, it has to come to an end. So right now, it's like everywhere right now is popping off left, right, and center. But a lot of things are getting done underneath. There's an underneath current and above your head, right? Like Elon was over our skies. Bombardier is coming. So if you remember back in Rogue, they were doing like a sky map. It's one of those kinds of weird, with these towers that are coming. When we see it on our side, it's one of them. This is what's going on. So you guys don't. It's not to panic. It's almost like don't shoot the messenger.
Well, what's happening
We
with the
come in
shipping
peace
supply
this
lines.
time.
The shipping supply lines are deliberately being destroyed.
Yeah, well, I
It's a
mean,
deliberate collapse of people not being able to get jars of peanut butter or fresh eggs. Well, a lot of
this is
people get
almost like
fresh
what
eggs.
happened in Venezuela.
Right. Everything is shipped. And there's local farms that grow the stuff in people's states, but they don't get it from there unless they go to a farmer's market.
Right.
But
So
they're
this
used to going to Walmart, and Walmart gets their stuff from other countries.
exactly other
But
countries, so it's best
other
to buy
farmers,
in your own radius.
right? So farmers in our country who grow a better, and fresher product are
Yes,
losing their farms. So the
of course
backbone of
you
our
will.
country is our backbone is being broken. Uh, in a plan, it's an operation. So that needs to stop.
You need to support your Amish and your farms and your
Yeah,
Mennonites and get back to that land. Like I was doing a live stream, and of course it's like, hang on a second, I got to clean up my river. Otherwise, it's going to get backed up, and people don't understand this is what the river used to be, right? It used to be for a paper dam, like in a paper mill. So once you understand these things and you get down there, you teach them. You know what I mean? Like, hello, war happened here, fire of 1904. We have a lot of history here. All trains are connected.
yeah, they are.
And everywhere that America goes, Canada goes right with them. So Canada, yeah, we're no better.
Also, remember the official people who count the victims also control the story. And
And it,
the 1666 fire of London, the conflagration, it was
it's
started on Pudding Lane. It was a butcher's alley. A bakery caught on fire, and some 100,000 buildings and houses burned. But there only 6 people died. Do you know
it
why only 6
happened here
people died?
too,
Because they only recorded 6 rich people.
right?
Thousands of people died. They burned in their homes, but they
This
didn't care because they were poor.
this whole town that I'm in, all right, was evacuated due to a train.
A train crash,
Uh-huh.
derailment.
Chlorinated, yeah. And it was one of my, and I found this out going through the research. It was over 40 years ago. Now, my grandmother, scared the living hell out of her, thank you, just watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All right. So she sees like fire outside. It was one of those things, okay, get the fuck out. Because I lived within 2 chemical plants, and that's chlorinated gas. So they've changed trains so you can go pretty much over top of them. And that was happening after 2003. We went in a blackout. So as you were saying, something about black, right? It's almost
Yeah.
like a back to black scene. Sassy sun, really weird. That's like 2 suns in one.
Very powerful words, Krafty Cat.
And
I
and
appreciate
it
your sentiment.
and when you watch the alignment in your skies, now you guys can see it. It's one of them. It's a
I'm
little
looking at the
weird.
Big Dipper right now.
Yeah, the Orion's belt. So when you have a stellarium map, you can see the signet, the castle in the sky, all the story. The story that's in your Bible, it's as well as in the sky. Delphinius, all these things. And of course, then you'll have your satellites up there. And sometimes you can see them moving. And now that you're out of the light pollution, it'll be even brighter because we're coming into a full moon.
You can see them at night on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really relax your retinas.
Right.
You do.
So even laying back and chilling out in Florida.
No, I've been working hard. Very little
Mhm.
chilling out, but I have poor judgment of people, and I give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. A lot of
But-
people are trusting today, and it's one of them. You can be trusting, but careful. You know, keep your guard up.
Yeah,
Grow your hair.
yeah, that's the thing. I keep my hair short because I don't want somebody to be able to grab my hair. I want nothing except my body.
That's a
I
great
need-
reason.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's really kind of a hazard
that's
in
true.
a fighting situation. And if you're
Pull
gonna
my
be
hair,
brave
pull my
enough-
hair.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had long hair since 2003, but I've been keeping it short because I've been really like, I have this feeling that I need to keep it short because I just don't want it to be something someone can grab onto. And I know that sounds paranoid.
No, but I can
But-
see where you can be in a situation
Or
where,
yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
see people like me and Sass who have longer hair would probably turn around and punch the shit out of you, like, get the fuck off my hair. Because it'd be like we can already sense you there.
Yeah.
And you understand that it's a senses thing. That's why you've been seeing a lot of people growing their hair. I've been telling all the natives on your side, grow your hair. I don't care how long, just grow your hair. Same with the Indians. That's why they wear turbans, because it's very long. It's a census thing. But I can understand where you're coming from. To each their own, yet again. But you can get into your meditations, and that will help you.
That's a great song, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Here without you.
Are you still being able to smoke anything out there on the road?
Vincent,
Daryl, my brother Daryl.
Daryl,
What?
you got anything to smoke at least?
Bro, I have a Delta 8 now. That's what I've been subsisting on.
All right. Do you got a PayPal account?
Yeah, I have a PayPal. I put it in the chat over on Slow Burners.
Yeah,
be
never
right
mind.
back.
You put that shit on your account.
Yeah, I put it in my channel on videos.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never put it on YouTube before, so it's a little. Also,
And I
PayPal accused me of
understand.
fraud last year, so I got $200 for guitar lessons, and they accused me of being fraud and being a criminal, and I was really mad at them for that.
Sassy,
that's
do you
a load
know
of crap.
anything about this? Hang on a second. Sassy, do you know anything about this Google Pay?
Nope, I never ordered anything over. Online.
No, I mean, I'm not monetized, so it's one of those, Vincent, I mean, if you can get PayPal, then that's one thing. Okay? You got talent.
Well,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he does.
He doesn't
really-
need the acoustic part. He can just show how to.
Like I loved how you did
Just
the
hit me up
national
with an
anthem on the
email.
guitar. When you did the
Thank
national anthem on the guitar, it just sounded just incredible, man.
that really means a lot.
Here.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just felt like so much passion went into it. Just stringing it,
Well, that note that I hold on the word of in the land of the free, and that high E note fades. Whenever I play that, I think about our freedom fading, literally, and it chokes me up when I'm playing it because it is happening, and it makes me very sad when I play it because I know that it is fading. So when the note fades, I think about that and it chokes me up. So at the end, in the land of the free and the home of the brave, I play more notes because I'm free.
Yes.
You can't sing with that. I mean, maybe Ursula Dudziak could, or somebody who could really scat real well. But that's me just saying, this is my freedom, and I love our country, and we need to save it. That's the way. That's the vibe I want to give people. I don't want them to carry that with them. Like, I want them to save our country. It's really important.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Don't say it out loud. Okay. I know that there's only like 5 people here. There you go, in the back chat.
I'm commiserating with people for the first time in a long time.
Right,
last
but
night.
that's direct to me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
That's
Okay.
good. I'm happy to hear that, Vincent.
JJ will confirm, and so will Sasquatch. That's
Thanks.
direct to me. Anytime.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Just call.
All right. Okay, sure. I don't have a pen.
Put it
Just,
in your phone.
Okay.
Even if you need to jump off and come right back. That way you have it.
All right. Yeah, I am. Thing is in my job I get paid every 2 weeks, and I got a raise on my birthday in October, which was really a great experience.
Nice.
So I mean, I've only been working there a week. They never needed to train me at all. They didn't need to train me. I just jumped in that pit and started working because I know how to wash dishes. But it's getting paid every 2 weeks is frigging drag.
If you want to put yours in the back chat, I'll write it down.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I can call you. It'll cost them others, I'm sure. But it's one of them.
It is so weird to hear my music coming out of the internet like that.
That's cool.
I love that song. I'm really proud of it. Frequency we're all on a frequency. Yeah. It's a beautiful song. Yeah, it's those birds were so cool. One of them used to land on my shoulder and sit on my shoulder. I walk around the apartment and this gray ringneck would just be on my shoulder all day. And one of the birds one of the doves in that song was Eddie. He wasn't named after Eddie Van Halen. It was this guy Greg who's my roommate. He raised doves. One time I took a cassette recorder, a GE cassette recorder, and put it inside their crate and just recorded like 5 minutes of them laughing. And if you listen to the song, the dove is laughing. It's going, that's the dove laughing. I've never heard one do it in the wild.
I've heard when the doves cry but not laugh.
No, they don't laugh in that song.
Don't worry about that.
But yeah, I'm glad you play that. I really appreciate. It means a lot because it is mine, but really I'm channeling it. It came from somewhere. It had to have, because if it came out of me, that's a little too much. It's just like something I was given, and I just wanted people to hear it. I'm just a punk kid who likes to play guitar. That's really all I am.
That's awesome,
and I love guitars, man. I need a Les Paul, and I need an acoustic, and probably 2 guitars that are like my Kramer.
I have a
That's
guitar.
probably
I see it.
that's my arsenal. That would be my arsenal, along with probably an MK18 and probably a 357 snub nose and probably a
Epiphone or
Glock.
something like that. That's what this one's called.
What is it called?
Epiphone or something like that.
Epiphone. Epiphone. That's by
Yeah.
Gibson. Yeah.
Well, it's gold. It's got the gold on it. In fact, Annie saw it and he likes it.
No,
I
Epiphone.
was like, I
guitars
found
are
it. I
really good.
manifested it for myself, along with
Yeah.
the ukulele.
Oh, that's.
And I get in trouble all the time when my friend's like, "Where's your guitar?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's upstairs."
Huh.
They get pissy with me. They do. They get pissy because that's right behind me.
I play guitar differently when I play acoustic.
The ukulele is here. Bam. I don't even know how to play a ukulele. I'd have to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be like James Bond. Are you kidding me? Bonfire Heart. Haven't you heard? He sings postcards from my
All
heart.
right, boys, that's Chattanooga choo-choo.
No, he says, my mouth is like a revolver, shoots bullets in the sky. I love James. Me too. What's this one? This is my ukulele. See, it's small
Uncertain
enough for my
certainty.
hands.
That's a great song right there for putting candles on it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people say it sounds like Pink Floyd, but I didn't write it to sound like. I mean, those.
I haven't. I've
influences
heard it a couple, 3 or 4 times, and I never thought of anybody. I mean,
Oh, thank you. That's cool.
It just,
But
it's just like its own sound, I think.
you really can't avoid having influences, and it's not good to have hang-ups on that. So you just play, and if it sounds like, if somebody says it sounds like somebody, it's a compliment. Unless it's like,
Yeah,
oh, that
exactly.
sounds like Jerry Lewis, you know. In my case, if somebody said my music sounded like Jerry Lewis, I'd be like, oh, thank you. Roll my eyes. But you know, but
Like that one guy that died this year, he used to sing a song, "You got what I need. You say you're just a friend."
Yeah,
That
that's
guy couldn't sing
Bismarcky.
for nothing.
That's
That was horrible.
You,
I about puked every time I heard that song.
that's
I mean,
terrible.
it's okay because they played it so much it gets, logged into your brain. But otherwise,
that's the blue club. Got the
Well,
blue.
a lot of the music that's being pumped out right now has a lot of money behind it, and that's all it is. It's just a lot of money. It's not a lot of talent.
it's shite. S-H-I-T-E.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to tune
It
this
is.
damn thing.
I mean they
Try to watch an award show and you won't know one song or one person on there.
yeah, and it's weird because I make references to stuff that I think that like a younger person is going to know, like a reference to Seinfeld, and they'd be like,
Hey, they
what?
don't know anything about nothing. No
They
current
won't know
events.
that shit.
Hey,
And
I
they
went
love-
in the pawn shop. This dude came in with a Dorothy Hamill haircut, and I said, "What's up with the Dorothy Hamill?" And no one said nothing. And this old man was leaving. He goes, "Hey, I got it."
Yeah.
The
Or
only
the
person
Three
in the place
Stooges.
was like 70. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Funny, dude.
Three Stooges
I
or.
just rather it like postcards from my
Mhm.
We don't need no speaking badges. That kind of shit.
But there's a saying: without traditions, new things die. And if those new things don't have traditions in them, they're gone tomorrow.
Like
And
the
they don't
song
have
says,
traditions.
you trade your heroes for ghosts. You know?
Yeah, that's a good lyric.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I think this is the same kind.
I think I like a Two Lost Souls Swimming in a Fishbowl. That's one of my favorites.
Two lost souls swimming in the fishbowl. It's like LimeWire.
The song by Van Halen called "Fools." It's fools. Who makes the rules? Fools. I live with fools. And the lyrics are basically about rebelling and seeing the truth between the lines. It's in a high school context, but Women and Children First and Fair Warning are the Van Halen's best records, I think, even though he did write great stuff after that. But there's a lot of, I think the best artists, though, are actually, when you're called by something, like something you're really passionate about, you don't choose that, right? Yeah, that's a great song. That's Fools by Van Halen. You're going to get a copyright claim.
You know, right there's the beginning. Sounds like Billy Squire. Lonely as the night when you find
Actually,
yourself alone.
that was
You know what I mean?
before that. That's before.
Yeah, no, but
that
that's
was
what I thought of when I heard that first part.
Yeah, Lonely as the Night sounds like Fools. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's so much of that in guitar music, you just can't avoid it. So just play. If it sounds like somebody else, I mean, it's just a participle of what you're playing, really.
What is it? Plagiarism is the biggest form of flattery, right?
Also, White Wedding and
that's great.
The other song by Billy Idol. They're both the same song. White Wedding and
got
not
no
that
human brain. Yeah, that's the best.
Cradle of Love.
No.
Money.
Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell. Rebel Yell and
Rebel Yell. That's the one.
They're both basically the same song. And they got two songs out of the same progression basically, and it's brilliant. They sound great, but it's a formula of B minor and D major, and there's so many of them in popular music, and it's a great formula. And I use it in some of my songs that I wrote in like the early 2000s. I didn't know I was doing that, but I did it. I don't know. It's just it's a good formula.
Vincent, do you like some industrial music like Tool?
Oh God, I love Ministry. I love
Ministry.
Rammstein is kind of industrial.
Oh yeah. You were talking about that one song, My Hurts Friend or whatever. I love that song.
Mine Hurts Brent. Yeah.
Yeah.
My Heart Burns.
You were talking about that song. I'm like, oh man, I love that song. It's cool that you were talking about it and everything.
Check out on my channel. I made a video for that, and the video portion is the remake of Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. It's about this little girl in this mansion, and there are these trolls that live in the vents. They live in the heater in the furnace, and they're coming. And the lyrics in the song, they're talking about crawling through the cellar shaft and stealing the tears of children.
Oh.
That's one of the lyrics in the song. So it really goes well with the lyrics in the video. I mean, I put it together in like an hour. It was like done by 4. I mean, like I just did it because it sort of fell together, and it really goes well with it. I think that if the band saw it, they'd go, God, let's hire this guy. Let's have him make a video for us, because that's what Rammstein did. You know, they hired unknown video creators. They would find this guy in his basement using Vegas Pro. You know, and that's how the guy who did the video for America, you know, when they're on the moon.
Oh yeah.
That one? We're all living in America, you know, like, because the moon shot was really not, and they're kind of saying that in that video if you watch it.
Yeah, they're kind of saying it's staged.
Yeah, and it's funny like because you know, Santa Claus is in Africa. You know, it's
I hope my legs don't break.
Oh, I love that song.
On the moon.
I love the Police. I saw them once before they were famous.
Forever.
But crap. Yeah, I'm glad that you know, when I mention a band and you guys appreciate them, that you know other people you know see the same stuff, because
For sure.
when I started listening to Rammstein, I was like, I stood back. It was like 2004. I said, what if they hate black people and stuff? I said, you know, and then I read their lyrics and I said, holy cow, this is beautiful. Oh, I love this. And I heard Rosenrot, the record Rosenrot, and I was in love with them ever since. I made a video for Benzene, that's on my channel, and I tie in the collapse of buildings, controlled demolition, and the lyrics go well with that. There's a lot of code in their lyrics about false flags. Not necessarily 9/11, but also before. Oh gosh, if you've read or seen the movie Catch-22 in the movie, they stage a false attack. They let the Germans bomb their airfield. They let them do it for money. And that was in 1972, a movie about World War II. So that is
Wow.
so in your face. It's not real obvious in the movie, but they just sort of say it in jest. But if you really pay attention to what that movie is saying, it's saying that you can't go to the commander and say you can't fly anymore if you know you're crazy. Because if you know you're crazy, you're not crazy, right? That's what Catch-22 is. And they keep raising the flights. You know, you have to do more and more missions before you can go home. And that's what the whole thing's about. So, you know, that was 1972. But yeah, there's a lot of fodder to write creative arts and do paintings and music. There's a lot of it, you know. And I think if you're a true artist, you're gonna have that edge in your work. You're gonna have an edge of some kind of message, some kind of wisdom fiction that's gonna make people think. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not obligatory. I'm just saying, if you're really if you're real intuitive, that's going to come out in your work because it's going to choose you. You're not going to choose it. It's just going to come out. But thanks for playing my song, Sassy.
I'm muting right now because it's loud.
No worries. Yeah, that was awesome.
So, JJ, you play guitar, don't you?
Yeah, I'm learning the acoustic guitar.
That's great. No, you're learning guitar. Just say you're
Yeah.
learning guitar. Just don't. I mean, you play an acoustic, but
Right.
you know, if you choose to stay with acoustic, that's fine. But your languaging should be you're just going to learn the instrument as a whole. But don't overwhelm yourself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
listen, play a scale and sing the notes. You don't. I'm not teaching you to be a singer, but what I'm saying is, if you hear the notes in your head, then you're going to be able to hear songs and be able to play them. You know what I'm saying? Your atonal memory, when you hear a song stuck in your head, you know what I'm saying? You can play that song just by hearing it in your head. So you can teach yourself music rather than needing a video or some guy or girl to come over and teach you how to play a scale. But if you sing the scale while you play the pentatonic scale or the major scale, and you sing the notes as you play it, and don't play it fast, play it slow. And if you have a metronome, practice with it. But if you sing it, it's gonna improve your atonal memory. So you're gonna make yourself a songwriter, not just somebody who plays other people's music. You know, so that's how I basically taught myself how to play, was singing and playing at the same time.
Yeah, some good advice. Definitely just, I'm just going to keep practicing. I'm not going to give up.
What?
Hey.
Looking at something. Reading, but I'm gonna.
My bike is still here.
That's
I'm
what
so
she was
happy.
doing.
Nobody stole my bike. I'm so happy.
Oh, that's
People don't
great,
steal
dude.
bikes in Cocoa Beach. People just don't steal bikes in Cocoa Beach.
I had sideways.
You know, like the one time, I won't lock the bike up. I know nobody will steal it when it's like
I'm gonna
pissing
have
rain.
backwards.
When it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
pissing rain, it's like, who's going to steal it in this shit weather? Or it's like snowing or something. It's just really
Oh,
bad weather.
I'll
I'm like,
steal it.
no one's going to try. No one's going to want to drive in this weather. They got to be real desperate.
You're right. That's very true. When I was a bike messenger in DC, one time my seat was stolen because they had a quick release on the seat post.
Oh, man, that happened to me too.
Yeah, and I came out of the National Press Building, and I had to go to Capitol Hill. So I rode to Capitol Hill without a seat.
Oh,
Then
man.
later that day, a guy in my company, another bike courier, I put a word out through dispatch that it was a Bell seat with a pink cover on it. My girlfriend had given me a pink cover for my seat, okay? and they didn't take it off. And he saw a kid in DuPont Circle trying to sell it for $10. And he just took it from the kid and said, "Get the out of here." And when I got to DuPont Circle, he had it for me.
Wow,
That's coworkers sticking together, yeah. But I had to do most of my workday without a seat on my bike, and that was hard.
I gotta
Yeah.
jump down.
Oh yeah. All right. Nice talking to you,
Sassy, I'm going to
Krafty.
be watching from chat.
Have a
All right,
good night,
Krafty.
Krafty.
All right. I gotta
I
charge
really
the
enjoyed
phone.
hearing what you had to say.
Yeah.
Thank
no
you very much. It
problem.
means a lot.
Because I'm
You got my phone
crafty.
number.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch driving.
Yeah, you
gonna
got my
go.
phone number in the chat, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay.
And whatchamacallit, I will be watching from the
All right.
chat down
Alright.
below.
We all know you're gonna go watch Frosty the Snowman.
Go watch Frosty the Snow. Why is it on TV?
No, I'm just teasing you.
No. Where are we going, Sass?
I gotta pick up my roommate.
Oh, cool.
The bus don't run today.
Oh, going for a
Oh,
ride.
yeah,
Yay.
that's true.
First person view ride.
And there's like no Tim Hortons open and stuff like that.
Nothing's open.
I know it's one of those days like New Year's, well, whatever.
It's the only day Walmart closes.
It's crazy how many
Tomorrow's
things are actually
Boxing
open
Day.
nowadays over here. Like I've seen Shoppers was open,
Yes, because what's wrong with
McDonald's and A&W are open.
We will take the fine. It's fine
Most
The only thing open
fast
here
food stores
is come
open.
and go.
because the
Yeah.
kids get bored, and it's revenue.
The
Like some movies.
cafe weed dispensary was open. They're
Yeah,
open
but-
every day. They don't close the dispensary.
Either way, it's one of them.
I used to have a
things.
flea market. I used to have a flea market in that strip mall back there behind that gas station.
Oh,
It wasn't
Alright, I'll
zoned
be
for
in
a
the
pro
chat.
shop though, so I left. You know how you make money is storage buildings. You build them and rent them out. You know what I mean?
right, for sure. A lot of money in renting things out.
Well, yeah. Plus, half the people pay all that money and then leave the shit there, and you sell it too.
Yeah,
I lost everything I owned in a storage building.
That's really sucks. A lot of
Pay like
lot of
$4,000 or $5,000.
musicians lose that shit.
You're better off getting a big green dumpster and throwing everything away, and you'll save a lot of money.
Hmm.
Plus, you'll get all new shit all over again. You know.
See, that's the thing. I when I lost my apartment on the 15th, what's Mr. X's father from Denmark? He said, "Why don't you put your belongings in a storage facility?" I said, "Because I don't want to lose them." That was my reply. And also,
The only
I
thing
don't
worse
have
than a storage is a flea market booth.
I mean, it's really you are just giving away your things, even though you may think you're going to pay that every month. Eventually, it's very
Yeah,
much.
but you
at
never
risk.
see a U-Haul following a hearse, you know.
Yeah, you can't take that shit with you anyway.
No, and nowadays they make everything disposable. After 3 or 4 months, it ain't worth nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to buy a new phone by February, and I took really good care of it. I have malware bites on this phone. It's ridiculous. It's just malware bites just kept
I did the siding on all those apartments back there. Oh, there's a shit of them.
Really? Did you do the drywall at the McDonald's too?
No, I did drywall at SMS at college.
That was an Office Space quote. Sorry.
I know, but I do sheetrock too. We didn't. We restored. You know, it was old buildings. We had to put them back to the original.
Oh wow, that's some
Hey,
hard
right here,
shit.
this city has the highest age per capita in the United States. You know why? That's the Federal Medical Center right there, the federal prison right there. The Fed, man. They talked about those Sopranos. That Gotti died here. The first
Yeah.
dude that tried to blow up the Trade Center died in there. But everyone
Yes.
that's a federal prisoner that gets AIDS, they send them to this prison. I've been in there like 5 times. I played in softball tournaments against the prison team.
Really?
Wow, that's funny.
That is.
Good money there too.
Man, prisons scare me, man.
Yeah, when they
You
shut
know-
that big door, it's not a good sound. Yeah.
After let me try to backtrack. You know, in there's a 3-part series of The Stand that was on in 1993. It's got Gary Sinise in it, a whole bunch of people. But there's this guy who's in a cell in a prison, and he's got a dead rat underneath the mattress, and he's this is after everybody died of this flu, right? Get it?
Yeah.
All right. And he keeps looking at this rat, and he's going, "It's just emergency supplies," you know. And then, of course, Randall Flagg appears, and he's on the other side of the bars, saying he wants to, help him and take him under his wing, so to speak. And it's so creepy. But they redid The Stand, and I started to watch it, and I turned it off because you know what it does? It sanctimoniously turns around on the original book and the original series. It totally justifies what is happening with the wiggle, and it made me so mad because there's so many things in the original Stand series that are direct in your face warning, but they eliminated all that, and I thought that was a bad
more
idea.
dollars than cents.
Well, they weren't going to let it on TV these days because it would countermand the official. It would make people start to think.
Yeah, they don't want that.
No.
Right. No.
They want to blow that Pavlov whistle and put you back to work.
Yeah. Hey, JJ, do you have any videos on your channel? I subscribed to you, but I didn't look.
Yeah, just some videos of my dog, and
that's awesome.
I've done over 3,000. I got like 1,000 in private.
There's a real cool house that I filmed with all these cool decorations, man. That's probably one of the coolest videos I have up there.
Here in a minute, I'm gonna have to get quiet for the ride home because roommate is I don't know, not kosher. How's that?
Yeah, I know how that is. I know how that is.
Not kosher.
But hey, JJ, do you ever do abandoned exploration videos? Do you ever film abandoned places?
I went in abandoned places. It's fun.
Do you have any videos of that?
I don't know if I can.
Well, I would like to write music for abandoned exploration videos.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like, because I do have a few pieces of music on my channel that are much different than Straight Jacket or Coming at You or any of those rock tunes. They're supposed to be ambient guitar music. In other words, it's atmospheric.
Right.
And, I mean, there's some really good channels that do it. It's Bright Sun Films. I don't know if you know that. They've explored some amazing places, and there's Hell on Earth. Those guys are in the UK. They're outside London. Hell on Earth. There's these guys that are kind of dry and British. I don't know if you ever seen them. They're called Hell on Earth. They're really good. You should subscribe to those guys. But the abandoned exploration genre is only going to get bigger because more and more places are going to become abandoned. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So,
totally.
like if I see a place that's abandoned and I can get in there, I will go in there and I'll shoot a video, and I'll write my own music and I'll narrate it. But I use my phone for all my source material. In other words, all the guitar is recorded on my voice recorder. All the video is shot on my phone, and I'm real careful about the audio. Who is that? Merry holidays, folks. Okay. Oh, I know who that is. The Swanee Civil Rights Tribune. Yeah, I know who that is.
Merry holidays.
Hey, PDF, what did you think of the song I wrote? I sent him a song for the Swanee River video. No, I don't. Yes, it is. It is. Nobody wants to do it, man. Nobody wants to wash dishes. Nobody wants to do it. That's why I'm Well, I'm not stuck in it because I know at this job I could probably get promoted.
That would do it. I wouldn't have no problem doing that.
Trying to remember Alien Believers. There's a video. A friend of mine, he was in the army for I think 6 years. He was a combat correspondent, excuse me, in Iraq. But he was in the Coast Guard for over 10 years. But he was stationed in Germany, and he found a cave under an area where they test shells. In other words, it was like a mortar area where for ordnance. And he found a cave full of bones, and they must have been there well before World War II. But the one thing he could not find were skulls. And there's a video on YouTube of it, and I have it in a playlist. I'm gonna have to find it. But he's in the video, and it's a really weird video. But there he finds bones that are very large. Okay, you follow what I'm saying? And it's a pretty interesting video. I have to look it up.
The Nephilim.
Yeah, the secret societies use the skulls in the ceremonies. In Freemasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stab them in the initiation business.
What are you doing?
Boxing Day. Boxing.
Hey, you see my avatar? The sun was that way today with that pink dot right in the middle.
That's your phone.
Yeah.
It's the density of the light and the software is inability to process it. That's why you get that signal processing.
That's the first time I've ever got it in a million photos.
Really? Is it? And you've taken photos with that same phone?
Yeah, and also the sun flare is green. You know, I move it around and you can see it.
Well, they're
that's
spraying.
That's what the
They're spraying a
light
lot.
says. That's
Dude.
the light device. It's usually black. It reflects off the light.
I know, exactly. And the sun flare was green. It was weird.
Mate, they done the patents for that in 64 or 67, so it's been around for a while.
Man, I got tons of photos of the same. Like, here's one right here.
I got the
Look at
theory that the moon is a hologram, the sun is a fucking hologram, the stars are a hologram. On Nibiru Action once, he showed 4 nights in a row from the observatory at Hawaii.
That's the sun
every
too.
night sky was the same. Every shooting star was the same, brother. There's Carolina Martin's lady I know. She takes pictures of the moon, and she sees, like, remember they took that picture from of Earth from the moon, and it was in that box. Like, she does that computer stuff with it.
It was taken.
And,
That photograph was taken
moon's
from inside the
box.
capsule. Yeah, it was total fraud. But that was taken from in orbit. It wasn't taken from outer space. They were still within the Van Allen belt. They'd never left the Van Allen belt. They would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, radiation. No astronauts ever got it either. It's so stupid.
No, I believe the Earth is oval. I've studied flat Earth and I disagree with it. I think it's a psyop to make people. You know, to
it was in the Bible before the word psyop ever been invented, though.
Yeah, well, conspiracy theory was a memo in 1963, but in the CIA.
Because of Kennedy, I know.
Yeah. Are those all your videos? What is that?
These are just pictures of the sun.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that's going to burn out your. Also, it's going to burn out your lens. The filters are going to wear out because that.
I've never had any trouble with any phone I've ever had. It didn't hurt them.
Well, it can put a mark on the God. What is it? I know that VHS camcorders had their problems with the irises in the signal processing in the camera. It can burn it out.
Hey, my phone's gonna die probably if you guys want to stay up there until I get back, or I know it's gonna die. pretty soon, probably.
Yeah, but it doesn't reflect off the water. If it's a camera artifact, it doesn't reflect off the water.
All right, Sassy.
This
All right,
this camera has
Sure
like
do.
48 megapixels, I think is what it is.
That's really good.
It's got eight times zoom too.
Well,
It can get up there.
My
I just noticed
tablet's got 5 megapixels.
Are you getting any sunshine down there, Michael?
Mate, 2 days of sunshine in 2 months. Believe it
Where are you?
or not.
Where are you, Michael?
Sydney. Hey, Sass, I got fucking sunshine about 4 days ago, brother, and guess what I caught? Venus getting eclipsed. The evening star. I uploaded it. Venus getting eclipsed. It's getting
That's
eclipsed.
wild.
It looks like a quarter of the moon, bro. It's unbelievable. Venus eclipsed. And I looked
Michael,
on Stellarium and nothing was nowhere near it.
Michael, I've always wanted to go to Silverton. You know where Silverton is?
Oh, they mine there.
Yeah, they
mine
filmed
there.
they filmed Mad Max 2 there, and there's a museum
Mad
there.
Max there, yeah, they do a bit of mining there too.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite films. The Mad Max films. Fury Road is
Yeah.
yeah.
I love Mad
But,
Max. Bro, you
Mad Max
couldn't
is a great
believe it.
film.
I'm at Sydney, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I travel 80 miles up to the Blue Mountains where it snows a few times a year, and you wouldn't believe the stars. Just the difference, just getting out of the Sydney metro area, because it's like over 5 million people. Once you get up, like, 80, 90 miles away, up the top of the mountains, heading down the other side towards Lithgow and Bathurst. Bathurst is 100 and something, 107 miles away. The sky is unbelievable. Last time I was up there, I was driving my head out the window. I couldn't believe it, the amount of stars you can see compared to in the town, Unbelievable. My friend takes pictures of the moon from North Carolina with a P900. Mate, I take pictures of the moon with a P1000 and can't get it as clear as he does with the 900, It's just so much better.
Hey, look at this. Hey, this is a burl on a tree. Look, it has an eyeball in it. Look.
well, that's freaky.
Yeah, it is. I like it.
JJ, where did I see you the other day? I was seeing you on some channel on the chat. On one of those, was it autodidactic or?
Here, tell me what you think this is. Look at this one. Look at this shit.
Yeah, maybe on his. Yeah.
Piggybacking, look.
Yeah, I like autodidactic.
I like that channel. You ever go watch that Wise Up? It's a good channel too.
It's the only one I don't watch. Nothing against them. It's just I'm not subscribed to it. Perhaps I will later. I subscribe to 865 channels or something, mate.
I don't watch that many.
No, mate. I spend most of my time on BitChute and Brighteon and Gab and Telegram and stuff, and all the
never been on any of them.
Well, they're the only sites that you can learn anything, bro, that isn't censored,
Yeah.
I pretty much put everything I've wanted on here, and I only got 4 strikes so far.
I like Odyssey a lot. I started a channel there, and
I got one there too. I just don't use it very much.
But I can't transfer my some 1,000 videos from YouTube there because of the copyrighted material that I made video for.
Yeah, I think I got 855 videos or something. I seen 588. I seen the other day on the I uploaded 7 videos in one day the other day, and none of them come up on YouTube. I had to go to YouTube Studio, and I had to manually do the things on the YouTube Studio because they were locked. for them to come up on YouTube. It's like bizarre, you know. You can't just upload anything anymore without going to YouTube Studio. Or I can't because like they don't
You
really
do?
like
I
me
know.
anymore. So they don't do any stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Well, they want to make it so you can't use the internet unless you get the jab.
Nah, that ain't gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna tell them to
I
jab
won't
it
be
straight up
using it.
their ass. You're like,
Right.
this is real pictures of fish.
Got
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
for
all
you
right
to
for all
jam it.
politicians and postal workers not to have it, and everyone else.
I will not bow.
At the altar of Jabba. Bow down at the altar of Jabba.
Run, Forrest.
I really don't want to sleep outside tonight, but I'm going to have to. I
Hey, look
forgot
at
to
this
get
one. This is one of my favorites right here. Look at
get
this.
a towel to sleep on.
That's sad, David. Or Vincent.
I should have gotten a tarp or something because the sand is cold and wet. And
Hey,
sleeping on cold
tents are
sand is
cheap, dude.
terrifying.
Tents are not very much either.
Yeah, I know, but I'm limited on what I can carry.
Oh, I know.
So, I can steer on my bike, with one hand.
How long before you get paid again?
I got paid this past Tuesday, this past week.
You know, I'm in the same boat, dude. All my family's gone, and my kids are grown. And they don't even live here. And when you break down, you don't even have anyone to call. I mean, I'm just saying, I used to have tons of people that, you can rely on to help you, like you help them, and they're all gone now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's sad, man.
I mean, I called what Mr. X's father, the guy from Denmark, the day before he left. He went back to Denmark like about 4 or 5 days ago. I called him up and I said, "Hey, yeah, I'm in a motel and I've got another day, before I get paid. I need $115 just so I can be another day till I get paid." And he said, "Nope, sorry," and he hung up. He didn't get. He took me to an apartment rental called Palms East. It's in Cape Canaveral. This is what happened. We went in the rental office. He went in the bathroom and he urinated in the bathroom with the door open in the office of the realtor. He was so drunk. There's a reason why Mr. X has schizophrenia, man, because his parents are really screwed up people. They're really screwed up people. It's really sad.
How long did you live with that dude?
About 2 months.
Oh, wow.
I moved in there. I was living with my aunt, and I gave guitar lessons up in Inverness for like 4 months. And then I came back down here and called him up and said, "Hey, man, we can share that apartment." And I gave him $880 when I moved in the first month to help with the deposit and the electric.
Yeah.
And then on November 29th, I gave him $380 because he wanted me to save my money to move.
I take it you didn't know him very well, right? You hadn't been friends with him very long?
I'd known him through a kava bar that I used to go to called Bula that's in Cocoa Beach. It's like a place where you can buy kratom or kava. It's an alternative to alcohol. And he was okay. He's like a fairly nice guy, and he worked really hard. He did landscaping, and I knew that. And so, I had my own space there, and it was fairly reasonable. But I didn't know the real reality of his parents paid his rent.
Yeah.
So when I gave him the rent money on November 29th, he went and bought a
He just
sack
partied it away, huh?
Oh, he bought himself a bag of Breaking Bad. And one of the things that's weird, if you ever have a roommate that is constantly flicking a lighter in their room, they're probably not just doing dabs.
Yeah, because you can only click a lighter so many times, you're going to pass out on death.
Yeah. But it's
Hey, I had a couple of puffs of crystal meth the other day, and I never slept for fucking 2 days. It nearly killed me. I'll never touch this shit again. Fucking
yeah, it's
poison.
very, very
I
bad.
know some people that were on a float trip and they were down by the river and they saw them flicking the lighter all the time. They got busted for doing that because, you know, they're in the dark flicking
You
the
know,
lighter.
people fucking do those laser pointers at the police choppers, and they end up pinpointing them
Oh,
and arresting them and fucking fining them
yeah,
and that.
that's
At
stupid.
the police choppers.
Yeah, it is really stupid. But let me tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
um,
kind of a
in
dumb
a,
thing
in
to fucking.
in a shit hits the fan situation, a laser pointer will take down. It can be used in really strategically to disable people that are coming in your house.
Yeah,
You just
they
have,
know they got a frequency gun too. They can shoot out frequencies and make you throw up. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah, they can make you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Oh, they can
It
do
burns your skin.
anything.
Well, you know how they take
But,
tattoos off your skin at a different
hey,
frequency and don't burn your skin. It's the same thing with everything else.
you know how those pirates were going on those boats, fucking from Somalia, the pirates? All those boats, right? Those fucking tankers that go close to Somalia, they got one of those fucking like direct energy weapons that they point at the boats, and it fucking it like disables the boats and burns their skin and fucking makes them
I
crook
mean,
and all that. You know, they're allowed to have them.
it's in a millionth of a second. They shoot that thing. I mean, it's like bam.
Well, you see what it done to Paradise? Fucking melted the rims, made the cars flip upside
Well, you know,
down.
when and a
Fucking
car sitting on
left
the street next
nothing
to
of
it
the
like a
houses.
cotton ball, and yeah, exactly. Because
They
the
had no
frequency. It's all about
bathtubs there.
frequency.
They had no sinks. They had no taps. They had no bathtubs. They had nothing. Fuck.
I like the aerial views that shows these houses be burned up in the middle of the forest and nothing's burned except just the house.
Yeah, and the trees are still green and
And
standing
the
there.
glass in the glass in the car and the aluminum wheels are melted, but there's a bush made out of most flammable shit next to it, not even burned.
Yeah, loads of that.
And those trees burning from the inside out. It's all everything has its own frequency. Every organ in your body has its own frequency.
So, mate, that's to do with like, because it sucks up the water, the trees on the inside, and all the fucking fluids, all the water, mate, is from the acid rain shit, is from the
Yeah.
fucking graphene oxide, the aluminium, and the barium, and the strontium, and all the shit they chemtrails. You know how many
Oh,
fucking forest fires in Siberia and all around the world are burning? How many trees are dying from the chemtrails? That's
and when they
fucking
fall
terrible,
down, they're
mate.
already dead and hollow when they fall. Now, you know what I mean? Pretty crazy. But I think I've noticed it here. There's no mosquitoes, no ants, no flies, and that's the first step in the chain, the
Yeah,
food chain, is insects. You know what I mean?
too are affected. Bees are affected by it too, Sass.
And Walmart owns a patent on honeybees for drone kind.
Yeah, and Gates owns all that fucking farmland, so he can do all his
Yeah, that's pretty
fucking
weird.
motherfucker.
I'm surprised some redneck hasn't killed any of them fuckers yet.
hey guys,
Oh, they're hiding in underground bunkers, mate.
Yeah, you gotta go, Joe.
yeah. I think I'm gonna retire.
Well, man, good
You
luck,
guys,
dude. If I had any money, I'd send it to you, but I'm a broke ass motherfucker too.
I understand.
I got 80 cents if you need it.
I'm I'm glad I can express myself freely. Because if you can't speak freely, you're simply
Hey,
not
we've all
free.
been there at our age. You had to have been there by now. I have. I've been homeless.
Yeah, it's PayPal me D Vincent W. You can find it. It's in the last
I got
description
a
of one
house,
of my
that's
videos.
all I got. I've got a house and I haven't even got a car.
Yeah, that's one of the things I need to do. I need to buy a vehicle. But
Me too. I got a push bike, piece of fat tires. Huh?
I have a 1999 Cannondale. That's what I ride right now. Very good
Oh,
bike.
Cannondale, sick.
Yeah, that should have came with a title.
You know what I've got,
Yeah,
brother?
it should.
I've got a track bike. You know when they do the Peloton races on the
Yeah.
on the Olympic? Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
track bike with real thin rubber on it, and it didn't even have brakes, bro. I had to put brakes on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
look,
mental.
man, I got to retire. Check out my videos if you want to do the PayPal thing. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope I see
Thanks up,
you
dude.
tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right. Good night.
Good. See, man.
See ya, brother.
Yeah, you can play that guitar too. It's like
Yeah.
have all that talent and nowhere to show it. You know what I mean? Except here.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of Satan's torture.
Makes me wonder.
Hey, my battery's gonna die anytime. It's gonna play or do whatever. It doesn't matter to me because it'll take me 20 or 30 minutes before I'm back up.
Oh yeah. 30 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was more charged, but it wasn't. Go ahead.
Is it flat? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't find the guitar pick. Oh, hang on. I got one. I haven't got enough frets, man.
That was good, dude.
I run out of frets.
Enjoyed that, man. Nice.
was born doing that.
Cheers, Alien.
I'm on an acoustic, and it's hard to play in like the electric stuff.
Right. Sounding good though, regardless.
Wow, that's hectic. Wow, I haven't played for too long, man. I'm a bit out of practice.
Still not sounding bad, dude. Enjoying that. Very nice, man.
I forget all the words to everything. I used to know so many songs and I can't remember the words, man. I used to play lots of Beatles stuff, but
Right.
I can't remember much of the lyrics. Uh, I've got a mental block. I've got too many lyrics in my head. I think I know about 10,000 songs, and they just
Oh
gel.
wow.
They gel into um, each other, you know. And as it's still December. I know a song called December. I can't remember the lyrics to that. What was that one? Who sung December? Um, It's a bit out of tune, man. Actually, come to hear of it.
Yeah, that was really mellow, man.
It's tuned down a half step, and I've been playing too much sort of like fresh stuff on it and that, you know, like Metallica and stuff. So So when I first started playing, all I played was sort of like heavy metal stuff, sort of like Slayer and Metallica and that. And now I don't have an electric. It's sort of it's not real easy to do it because I do a lot of solo stuff and that, and I got a cutaway acoustic, but this doesn't really like cut it sort of like to do solo stuff really. Yeah, I do play some classical acoustic stuff, but like sort of John Lennon and Neil Young and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff I used to play with my friend with a harmonica, and yeah, a lot of it sort of much better with a harmonica really at the end of the day. So yeah, it's sort of like kind of stale playing it just with sort of a guitar without a harmonica really, I suppose. But can only try. have a trashy guitar too. It's like it's not a brand name or anything. It's no BN. It's something like Asian or that, you know, and it's sort of
That sounds pretty good.
yeah, but you kind of sort of like. So I just really played like a lot of the sort of heavy metal sort of stuff like that, and it thrashes it because it's not really meant for it, you know.
Right. Yeah, I like me some heavy metal.
Plus, I can't really sing either, and that sort of throws a damper in it. I try sometimes, but it's not real good. You know? Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not a good thing to try and do because sort of breaks glass.
Still enjoying it, regardless what you think. Nice, man. I think you're doing awesome.
I forget lots of I forget more than I forget more than I can remember and stuff. You know, my friend used to play in a one-man band, you know, and where he had the mixer and the backing tracks and stuff, and you had a 12-string,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a 6-string, and just songs like America and yeah, and Very Young and sort of Cat Stevens and stuff, and we used to play heaps of stuff, but that was like 30 years ago or something, and I really never picked the guitar up for like about 20 years or that, and a lot of it's sort of like beyond me now. I can't really
Right.
remember. I think it's the drugs thing, and yeah, it's a brain cell thing, and I just don't have really much left. I remember a lot of like the fast stuff, like the heavy metal stuff and that, but it's not really practical sort of to play on an acoustic really sort of. Yeah.
You're funny, Lane Beavers.
It's tuned down a half step too, so a lot of stuff sort of sounds sounds a bit different, you know, except for like Guns N' Roses stuff and all that, you know. Some of that sort of still sounds alright, Where's Sax? Is he still flat?
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be back soon. I'm thinking.
The battery's a bit flat or something, yeah.
We said about
Yeah.
half an hour, I think, right?
Fuck, I just burnt the blanket on the, oh no.
Oh no.
I just used the ashtray. I used the cushion as an ashtray. And I just burnt the blanket. Oh no, my kid's gonna spew. Oh no, how could I burn so much? I didn't even smell it.
Sucks, dude.
I'll have to go to the bin. I'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a friend on the way over. I got to help him move some furniture and stuff.
Oh, right on. That's nice of you.
Well, he got me to do it last week when it was 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And
Oh
this
wow.
furniture weighed a ton. It was that furniture that's made properly, you know, like real heavy duty furniture. Had all these drawers in it, the tabletop and that, and mate, it nearly killed him. I'm used to it. I used to do furniture removals and stuff and deliver furniture and that, and I can handle it, but it crushed him. It crushed him.
Damn.
And then yeah, we got a clear day the other day. I don't know what they're doing here, weather wars and that, you know, I'm playing with the environment and they've just made it monsoon season for about the past 2 months. Usually in about 7 or 8 weeks, I'll do about 10 sunrises and 10 sunsets. And in the past 7 weeks, I've done one sunrise and one sunset. They just clouded over that much. And but it was cool because I caught Venus getting eclipsed. It looks so awesome now.
Wow. Yeah,
It
it's pretty
looked
interesting what you were saying earlier about how you think everything's a hologram, the moon and
yeah.
stars.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't just say
I've been thinking that
I,
too. That's why.
I do it off evidence. You know, I don't just say it, right. It's
Yeah.
like this Nebula Action, this channel. You know, this guy, he showed from the telescope Hawaii, and he showed it 3 nights in a row, and it was exactly the same shooting stars, right, and stuff for 3 nights in a row. And yeah, and then this Carolina Martin, she does the computer program whereby um,
you can do the bandwidth and stuff and that, and the moon had a square box around it, like that NASA picture that was supposedly from the moon that had square box around the Earth. It's just
Right.
from a stage set. We know that, and plus that fake sun stuff, And like Alex Luhan says, oh, it's not a fake sun. Oh, that's a camera aperture problem. Oh, I've got a picture from 21 years ago that shows the black hole in the middle of the sun. And I says, fuck wit, it's been a fake sun for 21 years, mate. They've been using it for 21 years. What are you saying, mate? I think I left the fuck wit part out, but he is a fuck wit anyway. And, you know, why would they do a patent for things? Mate, they got these patents for these things. You should see some of the latest patents. Oh no.
Like the sun
They've got
simulator pattern.
270 different types of drugs that they want to put into people. They want to keep all this sickness thing going forever. And they want people to have a device on them, right? Like a phone or a device or a wristband. And it says, oh, you came within 2 meters of someone at the church. You have to go to the hospital now or to the doctors and get this injection or that injection and stuff and that. And they've patented it. And they don't mess around when they patent things. They patent things so no one can jump the gun on them, and they patent them because they're going to use them. And like the fake sun patent come out in 64 or 67 or stuff. So like and the world drum by like the alien friggin' AI sort of thing, alien parasite AIs, and mate, they just, goodness knows how they hold it up. I've trouble telling people about satellites. I've seen satellites getting launched from Antarctica. They used to launch them from Sweden. Sputnik was launched from Sweden.
Balloons, more like satelloons, right?
Yeah, I've seen a picture of a bloke with a camera like mine, and he was filming the full moon. And then in the middle of the full moon floats a massive big hot air balloon with a satellite hanging under the bottom. And also some anecdotal evidence also with it is in the US embassy in Russia, going back to like the early 70s and that, whenever a hot air balloon would land with a satellite on it, they'd take it to the US embassy and dump it out the front of the US embassy. And at one point, there was like 57 different satellites under hot air.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, out the front of the US embassy that had fallen on Russian territory and stuff. So they do it, And I see people like Mike Morales, they say, the hot air, so that doesn't happen. And I try and tell the bloke, mate, there's 10,000 pictures of it launching them. NASA uses twice as much helium as any other industry in the earth, mate. There's pictures of them launching them, bro. There's like, it's one thing to say it, but I don't like saying things unless you've got evidence sort of to back it up, I don't really like say it unless, I say fucking Venus was getting eclipsed and it looked like a quarter moon, unless I've got the fucking upload on my channel from 3 days ago showing the fucking, the first star in the night sky, which is Venus, and it's fucking getting eclipsed by something. Well, you tell me. I looked on Stellarium and nothing was near Venus, right? So what is it? What was it? Hang on.
Yeah, it's pretty strange, eh?
My friend came. My friend's here. Actually,
All right. You gotta go, man.
I can't do the chat. Well, I'm not sure I'll have to go yet. But he's not into conspiracy theory things or that, It's all these things. They're not conspiracy theories, bro. They're conspiracy facts. No one landed.
They are exactly
on the moon. Everything
right, that these doctors and specialists and vaccinologists were saying 12 months ago has proven true. 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and they're not going to have a tracking system on it. Hey, and it's not only, I seen a guy in Russia on the dark web, right? Now, you know what? His mate, he typed in his mate's name, and he could see his mate was at home and he was asleep because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and it showed his mate's blood pressure, right? And his blood oxygen level and stuff and that, okay, from the tracker in his arm, from 2 shots he had.
Wow.
But not only do they access stuff, they can send stuff. It's a receiver. It's not just like, it's a receiver too. So they can send stuff to you. I got a mate, listen, I went to his 18th fucking birthday party, Anthony McCullen, my mate, right? I've known the bloke for fucking over 30 years, and guess what? He's got like a split for personality, bro. You say, no, don't come in an hour. I can't give you this or I can't do that. And then he comes in an hour anyway. And he doesn't get it. So and he's one of those ones like chemtrails days. I uploaded the chemtrail the other day too, right? Listen, it starts from nowhere. There's a clear sky, and then the chemtrail starts, and then when they've covered the whole of Sydney, the chemtrail stops. And it's like they put the chemtrail banner saying, "Oh, it's frozen exhaust" on the upload, but how can it come off and on demand? How can all of a sudden what? It's not cold enough, but it's flying at exactly the same altitude at 38,000 feet, 40,000 feet or something, and nothing's coming out of the plane. And 2 weeks ago, there was a plane on the tarmac, right? They were letting people out, okay? So the motor was still running, the compressor was still running, okay? They were letting people out of the airport, and someone accidentally on purpose, co-pilot, chief steward or something, pressed the chemtrail switch, right? And chemtrail was coming out on the tarmac, hundreds and hundreds of litres of it. Yeah, and there's about 5 different people with their mobile phones. But that's what I say about Brighteon, bro. Brighteon is non-censored. Okay, they'll censor porn, and they'll censor terrorism. Which probably Gab and BitChute and all that do the same. But, right, anything else is free reign. You know what I mean? Anything else, you can show it. It's sort of incredible. I was trying to find this photo.
Well, it should be freedom of speech, right?
Yeah, so it's not a conspiracy theory when it's coming out on the tarmac. It's sort of like, yeah. So it's not a conspiracy theory when it's on the tarmac and stuff's coming out. It's like it's a fact. And too many people. I was at the TAB, right? You know what that TAB is in Australia? It's a betting shop, okay? It's
right.
like the bookie. Right? But it's government run. Now, you know what happened? 3 days ago, I was there, and this lady's talking to another fella. Nothing to do with me, bro. I'm sticking my big nose in it, right? But she's saying, oh, yeah, my friend was a close contact, and I'm the only one working 7 days a week and all that because all these people are off because they're all close contacts. I looked at her and this bloke that were talking about it from a couple of terminals away, 10 foot away, and I looked at her and I says, do you honestly think there's a laboratory or a series of laboratories in New South Wales that can process 70,000 tests in a day? Some day they're doing 70, 80,000 tests, right? They're writing the people's mobile phone number down, their license and their ID and all that. Are you serious? Well, they would have to have 100 different laboratories working 3 8-hour shifts a day, right? With about 500 employees at each place to be able to process all these tests. It doesn't happen. They just make numbers up, mate. You've got it, you haven't got it. And all the asymptomatic cases, when that PCR test is dialed up over 28